Okay, we are live in a place more or less like Augusta, Georgia. This is it's April 18th, and we're going to do and simulate the Masterful tournament. And let's just see how this all works out here on YouTube Live. I'm Tenacious Earl, and I will be doing this for the rest of the day, pretty much. Not for the rest of the day, at least for 2 or 3 hours. Should take us to pop our way through this. And need to take a look real quick at this, which is going to change everything up. So, Sunny Game Rust. Okay, so I got a couple things to set up here. That's why I had meant to do this before, and I kind of got what happens with me sometimes. I get ahead of myself, and I start this, and then I still have things to do. So Nick Yarlett will be a Rust putter, and let's see who it was. Martin Van Dyke, I believe, who is going to lose his semi-Rust, and it is who is yeah. Okay. So does that look back to being right? No, not quite. Maybe that. Okay, good. So, no comments yet. But, so we're going to get going here for this. So we've got, I'm not going to be looking at the camera too much, the camera screen. I'm going to be looking at my scorecard, which will help me. So we're going to be playing 18 holes, have everything set, and we're going to get started right now with our first group at the first tee. Now, Augusta, the Champions course at Augusta, is a tough course. Our target score for this, I believe, is -7, and as you can see on the scoreboard, the two leaders are Dustin Emmerich and Martin Van Dyke at -6. They're starting out, so we'll see if either of them can shoot a 1-under, or maybe if Palmiro Cavallari in their group will be the last off in our coverage here, whether maybe he can shoot a -2 and get to that target score, or maybe there'll be some even better scores. The other thing, again, this is the type of thing that I just forget, so bear with me. We could have some till further notice, and I believe Emmerich is probably, I know he is one of them. He has extra control, so I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna double check all of the players and make sure that we're there. But I'm gonna get out, see if I can find an extra control. There's extra control for Emmerich. Let's see. Ethan McMillan isn't. Gil Granbury's not. Gerald Ashley isn't. Abdil Yusuf is also not. So none of the other guys are in the final rounds, but the final groups. But so we had this on. See, I'm not dropping frames. That's good. So we had this on YouTube. The Hi Larry and Smell the Azaleas. Yeah, exactly. And Mark, thanks for dropping in, and let's get going with this without too much more ado. So let's just introduce the groups real quick. Dale George, Yun Lee Sung, Braden LaSalle Jr. will be the first group off. And then Trent McAdams, Jimmy Kimes, and Nick Yarlett will be next. Rudy Wallace, Evan Aldrich, Rance Aberley will be the second to last group. And then finally, Martin Van Dyke, Dustin Emmerich, two of the heavyweights on tour with Palmiro Cavallari. And what else did I want to say? So real quick, the field for this was 68. players based mostly, if not all, off of the top 50 from the first tour season, and then also any additional top 50 as of now in the current season got their exemption for this tournament. Basically, anybody who won as well, but everybody who won was in the top 50, and pretty much Emmerich is a third of those people or more, maybe almost 40%. So, okay, so the first hole will be played by Dale George, Yun Lee Sung, and Braden LaSalle Jr. I forgot to say my catchphrase: a legacy grander than the rest. That's what are the Masterful tournament. That's the even though it's only a 2-year-old legacy, it's still a legacy grander than the rest. I think I said greater. I meant grander. Anyway, trying not to step on any toes. 445-yard par 4 green is difficult enough to get a exclamation mark, as well as being daunting and challenging. Nobody has any blue chips to start off, and it's 4 degrees of course control, so straight shot with special care to avoid the bunkers on the right. Green is legendary for difficulty. 6-foot breaks, not uncommon. And Dale George gets a white 1 to tee off. That's a good way to start. We'll see if he can make it count. 2, 3, 6. He's not a duffer. Okay, well, this is going to be he lays up, and he's going to need to use his short game. The good part about it is he gets to avoid the exclamation mark. But the green 2, he is not stoned, so he's going to chip it, and it's going to have a chance of going in. We will roll the white die in the 1. If it's a 1 and a dot, it's in. Otherwise, I'll let you know what the... And he hits the 1, but he does not get the decider. So he will not birdie this hole, but that will lead to a gimme par putt. So, and actually, I should have rolled a 3rd die there. So I'm warming up as well. So, trying to get squared away here with everything, and it's kind of okay. I think we're good. Okay, so yeah, give me putt for par. All right, so Dale George is off the first and scores a par. Now Yun Lee Song. Now I know that in real life, if you're playing a round of golf, all these guys would tee off together and they would all finish out the hole together. But with History Maker Golf, you just have to take some liberties. A 56. So the white 3 means the course controls this hole. And then 56, it's actually going to be based off of the sand with his first shot. So Yun Lee Song gets in the fairway bunker, but with a green 1, he's not chunky. So he is going to have a spectacular escape from the bunker, which earns him a blue chip, which you can think of as kind of a good stroke of luck or something that can be a boost in confidence that he can use later. So we re-roll white on the WoW chart, and it is a 4. So that will leave an easy putt for birdie on this tough hole. Actually, no, it will not leave an easy, because of the exclamation mark, that makes it moderate. So moderate putt for birdie. He is going to use a measured approach to his blue chip, and instead go ahead and roll on the moderate birdie putt, which is a 1 to 2. If it's 3 through 6, he misses, and he does miss. So that leaves an easy par. So easy pars, it has to be, if it misses, it's going to be 6-6. Otherwise, he makes it, and he is able to convert that for the par. And now Braden LaSalle Jr. And for this tournament, I'm going to get out, because we're going to be here a while. It's a Saturday. We're all stuck inside anyway. I'm going to get out the bios of these players so we can learn a little more about each of them. And Braden LaSalle Jr. actually one moment because I grabbed a different sheet. This is the one I wanted. Braden LaSalle Jr. He is an American. He's 36 years old, and he's still hunting for his first victory, but has everything he needs to achieve it this season. So, starting out 5 shots back, we will see if that is the case for him today. But he did make an appearance here in the final round, so anything is possible. Now the gray 1. How do these dice looking? Everything looking good out here on the... Yeah. See, this is the trouble. They always kind of look a little... I have this balancing act between the cards looking dark and the dice looking too bright, and there being a glare, and, you know, all of the above. So that's not too bad right there, I guess. So, again, we go to our... It's the white 2 is the first check. The white die is always the first, and it's listed in the card. So the course will control. Then you take the black and the gray, and it's in ascending order. So 15, you look on the card, and the 15 is Golf Cam Course. And that's going to check whether it's daunting or cordial. Daunting, tough. Cordial, easy. Daunting. This hole is daunting. It's a hard hole. So we check the green 1 for par 4. Is it cordial? It's not cordial, so that's at least a decent thing for Braden LaSalle. It's not going to check the daunting. Is he laser? No, he's not laser. So he is going to need a clutch putt for par, and he is neutral. So it's a 1 to 3. If he makes it, he'll make it if it's a 1 to 3. And it's a 2, so he does convert. And when you have a clutch putt, a chip is either earned... A chip is earned one way or the other, either red or blue. Blue is good. Red is sort of that anti-blue. Okay. Everybody in that first group is off, and now they're going to go ahead and play the second hole. When we do History Maker Golf, just like on the tour, everybody's kind of on sequential holes, and so we put them off in a staggered start. Dale George will be the first to tee off on a long par 5, but surprisingly reachable. It's direct. It's double cordial, so that means it's an extremely easy hole. We have yet to see a white 6. A white 6 is normally a cheap par. It means that you had sort of a middling tee shot, and you just decided to take it easy in the second shot, make a lag putt, take the par. You get a blue chip for that because that's kind of a confidence builder. This hole is so easy. If you get a white 6 when you roll it, it says double cordial. It means that you get a birdie because you kind of like took the easy route, but you don't get the blue chip because it was just kind of like almost a sure thing that you would get a birdie on this hole. If you get a par, you're kind of like losing a shot to everybody. So Dale George still at -1 on the tournament, and he gets a white 5, so the course will control. Now on a double cordial hole, not so bad, but he is at 23, and that is the sand. He hits his third shot into the bunker next to the green, so he's going to have a tough time getting up and down, especially because when you get the hazard rolls, the color on the green die, or the number on the green die, it dictates everything. The higher the number, the worse the lie. And so he's got the worst lie he could have in the bunker. Basically, think fried egg. So par 5, third shot. Green 6, is he sandy? You look under recovery, he is not. So that's going to leave him with a double difficult putt for par. So not only is he losing a shot, he may be losing 2 here. And Dale is going to lag it, which means by the History Maker Golf rules, I could just say he's going to lag and he gets an easy bogey. I have a secondary roll, a lag roll. and it's still going to be easy. There's only 4 results that can change that, and when we see one of them, I'll talk to you about it. But that leaves him an easy bogey, and he misses the easy bogey too. He's going to 3-putt after having that putt for par, and he does make this, but that is a 2 over par. That's a 7 on the par 5, and now he is over par for the tournament, and that is a bad start on an easy hole for Dale George. Yun Lee Song, 125 for him. So white 1, it's not in the choices on the card. You see, this is a course control rating of 1. You then take, if the golfer's traits are dictating it, you take the 3 other dice in ascending order. So that's 1, 2, 5. And you go to the requisite chart. Is he bomber? He's semi-bomber with a dot. So yes, not only that, is the hole direct. It's either bomber or direct. They're both the case. He has a moderate putt for eagle. Now, he saved that blue chip. He's going to use it here. That's going to make moderate easy. You can improve, and you can use 2 blue chips in a hole if you want. So he could actually take that all the way to gimme. Now, easy birdie is 1 to 4, 66% chance. Can he make an eagle here and vault himself to within 3 of the lead? He does. Yun Lee Song with a brilliant 3, a great drive, a better second shot, and a nice putt. Moves him to -3 after 2, and a brilliant start. Yun, the South Korean, he's a greens and regulation guy, and guess what? He got it there. He got it there in 2. Struggles a bit from the rough when he lands there, albeit infrequently. Now, here in Augusta, you got to watch out for the rough, but not so bad. And Yun, the defending champion, he had a good time here last year. So here's LaSalle Jr. Now he'll be 146. The white 3 is in good shape. Is he a legend or a bomber? No, he's not from the woods category. And he's not a champion from the irons. He's also not a hacker, so we go to his experience. Now, green 1 in these other subcharts, like the Golf Cam experience, Golf Cam mood, Golf Cam right now, lower the better, higher the worse. He has a green 1. This is great for him. He's not a prospect. He's an icon. So he ends up with a gimme birdie putt. Doesn't even have to use that blue chip to make it gimme. Only 6-6 on this roll would be a miss, and he makes it. So a birdie for LaSalle is not going to keep pace with Yun Lee Song, but he is a good start here from these 2 guys. Dale George, not so much. They didn't get flustered by seeing their fellow competitor run into some troubles. Okay, next up will be Trent McAdams. Another American. He's 35, tall and gifted, draws gallery responses with outstanding shots from any and everywhere. Bear with me for a moment as I'm gonna dig up my career leader compilation here because I feel like it'd be good to give everybody some. So McAdams currently in 4th place on the all-time money list with 8.86 million, and he won 2 weeks ago at Copperhead. Currently only 1 victory on tour. That does not seem. Those numbers don't quite seem right to me. I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, best laid plans. So McAdams at the first. 36 after you see the white 5. That is woods in 2. So a stray second shot. And then a green 5. Is he a master? He's semi-master. Now, when you have a semi-quality, you have to look at the decider die. If it's a dot, then the semi-quality is yes. If it's a no dot, then he's not a master. He's going to with a difficult putt for par. Difficult par is 1 to 3. It's the same as. Actually, it's not the same as anything else. It's a sliding scale. If it's birdie or lower, it's the same. If it's par or worse, it's the same. But McAdams does hole out for par. Actually, I messed up. Forgot about the exclamation mark. So it's double difficult for par. And he still makes it. So double difficult par is a 1, and he still made it. I'm not sure I would have tried it if I had realized it was double difficult, but he earns a blue chip. You get a blue chip for a double difficult putt made. So we're going to stay with it. I made a mistake, guys. Sorry. We do that sometimes. Okay, another white 1 on number 1. That will give Jimmy Kimes a chance here on a 1-4-6 legend or dynamic. He's not either of those. It's not firm. So right now he's basically neutral. And right now a green 1 is a great thing for him. Asks the question, is he cold? Because he's neutral, he's not cold. He has a gimme birdie putt. That's a great way to start off for Kimes if he can make this here. And it's in. So some low scores starting off on a tough hole. Kimes moves to -4. Hey, Steve Tower. Yeah, Mark and Larry still hanging around. Earl Nance, right. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a house within spitting distance of Pebble Beach and, you know, a par 3 in my backyard. Nick Yarlett now, who has the rust quality for this round. Poor guy. 26 is going to be Golf Cam course on a daunting hole. So, good luck. Now he gets the green 1. We've had some green 1s. That's actually helpful in this case as well. Because it's going to ask, is it cordial? No. So it doesn't worry about the daunting. Now, is he laser? Guess what? He is. He gets a clutch putt for birdie. Now, the downside of the clutch putt for birdie is there's a double-edged sword for him. 1, he's rust. So he's going to get a red chip out of this. Now, the upside is he's still going to end up with an easy putt for par, right? I don't think we do any. I've never played it where you take anything off of the clutch, the after clutch putt. Although I guess you could. But he needs a 1, and we just pulled it off a 1, so it's still a 1 in 6 chance, but I feel like the chances of it coming up again are pretty low. And he misses, so he gets a red chip. And I still play it as an easy par. There he gets snake eyes. That would have been helpful for him a little bit ago, but he does get a par. So he's got a red chip to try and blow off somewhere. And you know, the thing is he doesn't have the clutch putt to help burn a red chip, because sometimes you can do well just by having a good clutch putt rating, that if you get a clutch putt, if you're gold, then you have a 5 in 6 chance of burning the red chip. So, okay. Like I said before, we're kind of stuck, so I'm going to be doing this for a while, and let's just have some fun with it. All right, Yun Lee Song with the Eagle at 2 here at Champions Course. So now we're going to go to the 3rd, and he will have the honor. 3 degrees of course control on this par 4, 350 yards. it's you know, I'd say it's a fair chance for birdie, even if you get on the 3, 4, or 5, because it's not daunting. So you do have some chance of maybe catching a birdie putt out of it. And let's go with the Unleashed song here. Defending champion, off to a good start. And he gets a white 2, so it'll be 3, 5, 5. So how did his drive turn out? He's not a king, and he's not a hacker, so we go to experience. And he is not a prospect, which is what is asked by an odd number. So he gets an easy birdie putt. So can he follow up the eagle with a birdie? It's a 1 to 4. Oh, and he gets the roll. That was a 5 for a second, which would have been a miss, but he gets a birdie, and he moves to -4, so he is on a bit of a run here, which you see quite a bit at Augusta. Some guys just play well on this course. It can be the place of heartbreaks. It can be the place of joy. So another white 2 for Braden LaSalle. So that's 3, 4, 6. Is he bomber or dynamic? No. So he ends up overshooting the green. And we go to the short game. Green 6 is going to not help him too much. He's not stoned, so that's helpful, but it's still a difficult par putt. And you hate burning a blue chip on a par. I never like doing that unless it's the end, and he misses it. So he'll end up with a moderate bogey. Well, he'll make that. So he gives back the stroke he got at number 2. And now Dale George finds himself in the red. And a 12 means he is in the trees off the tee. Green 1, though, so he's not a workman, so he'll earn a blue chip, and he'll get a roll on the wow. Wow. I think when we roll this, we need to say, wow. Nah, that's a 5, though, so it'll be a moderate birdie putt. He's not going to use the blue chip here. It's a 1 or 2, and he misses that, so now an easy par. No problems with that, even though the green die went scurrying away. Okay, to the second. And it will be Jimmy Kimes, IE on my sheet, Y on, or on my, my sheet, and Y on the card. Mostly because for some reason Keith or whoever did the names decided to convert him from the IE to the Y this year. So I'm not doing it because all my sheets are with the IE. And it's funny, on this sheet, it's, if you can see it here, it is IE. So, hey, it's okay. I'm sure as long as he gets to pay, his check spelled right, he doesn't care. 35 USA, hoping to make a move in the standings with an improved putting game to match his strong irons. So you can see champion laser for the irons. Putting, he's neutral, so it must be on the previous one he was at least semi-rust and maybe worse. So, okay, easy par 5 second. 1, 2, 6 is how he smacks the ball. Dynamic? No. Direct? Yes. Moderate eagle putt. Can he get a 1 or a 2 here on the second and match Yunli Song with a 3 under par start to his round? Nah, he's going to miss that. So that was moderate. Now an easy birdie. Now he needs that 1 to 4 still. This could be hairy. And he misses, so he's going to 3 putt. I guess his putting isn't that good. That leaves a gimme for par. Kind of feel like there should be a rule that if you have a moderate eagle, that the easy birdie is actually the par. But no complaints really. I will say, if there's a rule that I've been kind of mulling around in my head, and I don't know if Steve's still around, but if you want to comment on it in the comments, that's fine. I was thinking that a lag should, and I may try it at some point. Maybe I'll try it in my under tour. The lag costs you a half chance at a red chip. I feel like lagging, there should be some skin in the game if you're going to lag. Like you should have the opportunity to actually to have it hurt you, because it is kind of like a wilting in the wind sort of thing. So, okay, so the white 6 here on a double cordial hole, that's a birdie for McAdams. No questions asked, but no blue chip. And so he will join the sextet at -4. And now Nick Yarlett, -2. Let's see. So he is going to be going off of the course-controlled side of things. It's Golf Cam course, par 5, green 2. Cordial, yes. Clutch putt for birdie. Again, poor guy. He's gotten 2 clutch putts, and he's got a 1 in 6 chance of making them. So he's going to end up with 2 red chips here, probably. There you go. So another clutch putt for birdie, missed. Now the easy par. He'll make that, but guess what? 2 red chips to try and find a way to deal with. So bad luck on the pre-tourney roll where he gets the rust trait. Not a trait you want to have, especially if you start with that kind of luck on. I mean, it could be worse. It could be for par, those clutch putts. And it probably will be at some point here. Okay, Rudy Wallace. Now, my cards, I have custom cards here. I don't have any backstory. I always say to myself, I'm going to need to write these up like Keith does, because it's kind of fun to have a little bit of narrative about each guy. So, Rudy, he had aspired, he went to school at Notre Dame. He was on a football scholarship, but a lack of playing time caused him to try out for the golf team one summer, and he ended up doing pretty well there. So now he's on the tour, and the crowd is chanting Rudy, Rudy, and I know that who I'm referring to is Rudiger. But anyway, back to 1. 11 is going to be a short game. Going to need to use a short game coming out of the rough with his 3rd shot. So green 6, Rudy is not a master, so he's got a double difficult putt for par, and the exclamation mark can't hurt him. So he will lag. He misses the lag. Ends up with the easy bogey, which he does make, but that's an inauspicious start for the sunny Rudy Wallace. Sunny for the entire round, I believe. Now Evan Aldrich. And that will be a par, and he will earn a blue chip for taking the easy way here, taking the conservative approach on that white 6. And now Rance Aberley. Uh, 22 is rough in 1, green 3, so that's kind of an average thing. He's not workman, so he'll end up with an easy, make that X moderate. So exclamation mark moderate. So that's 1 to 5, and he rolls it in. Looked like it was going to go astray there for a second, but yeah. Let's see the comments. Is beer being served yet? Asking for a friend. I have some in the fridge, but it's not a Buffalo Bills football Sunday morning, so I'm not usually one to start this early if I'm not looking for a real Wow. Yeah, Larry says the wow was disappointing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, those wows, I'm usually looking forward to a 1 because it seems like those always come up that way. But okay, I think, did we get through everybody? We did get through everybody. So we are to the fourth, the first par 3. And as you'll see on this course quite a bit, a lot of daunting type stuff. You got some easy holes too, but you get to Amen Corner and 12. You got a hole like 12, which is just iconic and can be easy, can be really tough, and we'll see just how that looks when we get there. But this is a 240-yard par 3, which if any of you play golf, know 240 yards is that's a lot of people's that's farther than a lot of people's drives. So uh, to expect a pro to get there, I mean, their pros are probably using 5-irons to get there, but for any of us, we're grabbing our fairway woods at the very least, and maybe a driver. One of the toughest holes on the course, long par 3. Play to the bunkers for bogey at worst. So, and it's not Dale George, it'll be Yunli Song. This is a hole where, with this 5 degrees of course control, a white 6 will do you a big favor. Now 55, he puts it wide and in the woods, off the tee. So he'll be scrambling for par. He's not a master. He will have an easy par of it, so at least the green isn't too bad, but could have been a lot worse, and I'm sure for somebody here it will be worse. Okay, now it will be Dale George's. Braden LaSalle took a bogey on 2, or on 3, rather. That white 1 is not going to help Dale here. So Golf Cam course on a daunting hole, so Godspeed, my friend. Dale George is, he's 45 and still trying to just hack around on these courses. Par 3, green 5. Cordial? No. Daunting? Yes. The semi-gold putter is going to have a clutch putt for par. And he does make it on the semi-gold. He will earn a blue chip and hang in there for par. Yunli Song had a par as well. I almost forgot to mark that down. And now LaSalle Jr. The white 6 is a par. He'll get a second blue chip. He's like, yippee. All right, 1 under par McAdams. Currently 4 under for the tournament. Still, is that now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Someone must have, it was Rudy. He took that bogey, so he's dropped out of that 6-way tie for 4th place. But this is going to be on the course control side of things. Golf Cam course, green 5, not daunting, not scatter. So, clutch putt for birdie for McAdams. And he will use the blue chip because he's going to lose it. Probably going to lose it anyway. Not probably. Has a 50-50 chance. And he makes it. So that's a birdie for McAdams back-to-back. Which moves him within 1 of the lead. Now he doesn't have any blue chips, though, so we'll see if that has a negative impact. Now, Kimes, that's going to be course control 23. He is in the trees near the green. Going to scramble. He's not a master, but he does get an easy putt for par out of the reasonable lie in the trees, and that is a putt made. He'll remain at -4. Now, Nick Yarlett. Guy needs some help. 26, Golf Cam course. He's probably going to end up with another clutch putt. Green 5, Is it daunting? No. Is he scatter? No. Clutch putt for birdie. Can he make the third one? Or is he going to get a third red chip? He needs a 1. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a 6. So no such luck. And he is piling up the red. And okay, so that is a par. So he's got pars on those 3 holes, but he's also earned more red than the Detroit Red Wings in the late 80s. I don't know. Hockey humor. Hockey communism humor. How about that? Okay, to the second. I will step away from the comedian's microphone and get back to Earl Nance. Evan Aldrich at the tee on 2. And we've seen a lot of white 5 on this second hole. 14 is going to be golf cam course, though. And it is cordial, being double cordial, so that means it's a clutch putt for birdie for Aldrich. Semi-gold, he's going to let it ride. He needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it, so he gets a second blue chip, and that's a birdie for Evan Aldrich. He will ascend to that tie with Cavallari and McAdams at -5. And the leaderboard's getting a little bit crowded now up there near the top. It'll be Rance Aberley. Rance, let's see, he is a Canadian, 27, T-box monster, so he's a bomber, proven pro, preseason favorite as usual. Well, there's been a lot of favorites that have found some degree of tragedy at Augusta. So let's see if this is another white 5, 34 golf cam course, green 4. It's not daunting, so he'll have the clutch putt for birdie. Now he's a neutral, so he's got a 1 to 3, and he misses, so he gets a red chip, and his putting lets him down. Easy par, makes that. And now Rudy. Oh, runaway train there. And another white 5. The white 5 is winning the day here at the second. 35 is another golf cam course, green 2, cordial, clutch putt for birdie. He's semi-gold, just like Aldrich, and he's on the board. Back to even par for the round. Okay, now we get to the first, and here are our leaders. On the tee from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Martin van Dijk. Oh, another runaway train here. That silver die is looking to get away, and he is going to play a great but middling tee shot, we'll say. Pretty good tee shot. And he's going to make his way up and make his par and take a blue chip, so that'll be a routine par for Martin van Dijk on the first. What happened there? Okay. Next on the tee. From Newcastle, UK, Dustin Emmerich. I don't know where he's from in England. Doesn't matter. He is on fire, and he's going to get a white 6. And again, he will also take a blue chip and a par. Also, Emmerich has extra control, so the 4 will always be in his favor. And finally, from Durban, South Africa, 47-year-old Palmiro Cavallari. So, guy who is a contemporary of Ernie Els, looking to make a name for himself over here in this tournament. That's going to be in the sand with his second shot, and we have to remember the exclamation mark. Par 4, green 5. Sandy. No, he's not. So the difficult is going to be double difficult. So Cavallari is probably going to start off with a bogey here. And that is a 5, so he does walk away from that with just the easy bogey, which he makes. But that's a bad start there for the South African. Okay, everybody's off on the course. We're going to keep moving along here. We're going to try and run through this whole tournament final round on this Saturday afternoon. We don't have anything else to do, probably. Everything's shut down. We're in near Quarantineville. Some of you probably do. Thanks to anybody who does. You know, what would this world be if it weren't for people who are taking care of the people in the worst shape? So, again, thanks to healthcare workers, thanks to anybody who's working today to provide food or shelter or whatever for anybody who is in desperate need. Because right now we just need to figure out how to how to move from one stage of this crisis management to another, and hopefully we're going to get there. We will get there. But while we're at this, we're going to do this together, and we'll do it with some games. Yun Lee Song, 3 under par on his round thus far. He is at the 5th, a 455-yard par 4. Another daunting hole, 4 degrees of course difficulty. He has a blue chip, but it takes 2 to get control on a daunting hole, so he's going to sit tight, take a deep breath, pull out the driver, and put it in the sand with his second shot. So let's see. Green 1, he's not chunky, so he's going to be able to put a nice blade through and do that nice splash shot out of the bunker. And let's roll the white and the decider and see if he can make this sand shot. It's rolling towards the hole, but it goes well past, gains speed, and now it'll be a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3. Can he do it? Oh, and it just slides in the side, and he remains error-free on his round. Yun Lee Song at -4. 2 shots back. Now, it'll be Dale George next. And there is a white 4, so it'll be 25. That'll be in the rough off the tee. And a green 6 is a bad lie, so he's going to need a double difficult putt for par since he is not a master. And he's going to lag it. Let's see, he is 1 over par. He's just going to try and make this. He needs a 1. Ah! How about that? Holes out the double difficult putt for par. Not the greatest strategy choice in the world, but he does benefit with a blue chip. Still over par in the tournament, but Braden LaSalle, he is desperate. He's going to use both his blue chips and gain control on this guy. 2, 3, 6. That does not look like a good roll to me. Let's see. He's not a duffer, but he ends up with the intentional layup shot to lead to this chip. Not soft. He'll have an easy putt for par. And that's 2 blue chips for a par, which is... I thought it was going to be a bogey there for a second, but probably not the greatest use of blue chip capital. Back to 4. So this course, until you get to 10, things just don't ever seem that nervy. But so here's McAdams, 36 is going to be the woods, and he's got a bad lie there right next to a pine cone. So that's going to be a tough one. Semi-mastery does not get the dot, so he's going to have that double difficult putt for par, and he's going to probably bogey. He's a little higher up. He's going to go ahead and lag, and easy bogey in the hole. Oh, easy bogey, my bad. So that's not the way he wants to play it 4, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Jimmy Kimes, 13. It's in the sand off the tee. He's not sandy. He has a difficult putt for par. So, 1 to 3. Nah, moderate bogey. Gotta avoid the 6. And he does. That's 2 bogeys. And then Nick Yarlett, who is the king of the red chips right now. He's not going to be using them yet. Could think of using one there. 24 Golf Cam Green. Could have just spent one and taken the guesswork out of it. But Green 1. Challenging. It's semi with the dot, without a dot, so no, and he's not a hacker. Clutch putt for birdie. One of these times he's going to make it. He needs a green 1. Nope. He missed another rust. Clutch putt. All these birdie chances and only 4 pars to show for it. Nick Yarlett. What a day so far. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen 4 in a row where it was clutch putts on a rust. Okay, Evan Aldrich. Play number 3. He's going to hold on to chips right now. And it's a good thing he did. He's got a 2-3-5 off of his. He gets a white 1 to help. Because Legend, no. Shaper, no. Champion, no. So it'll be right now. Right now, he is not cold. He will have an easy birdie. And where is Aldrich? -5. He could join the leaders if he makes this. He's going to go ahead and throw caution to the wind. He's going to take that easy birdie, make a gimme, and he holds it out. So 2 under par through 3 for Aldrich. Joins Emmerich and Van Dyke at -6. Now Rudy, coming off a bird, and he'll take a par at the 3rd. Rance Aberley. Seems like I gave him a par when he had a bogey, but maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Sand in 2, green 4. Semi-chunky's lucky he gets away with that, so he ends up with a moderate putt for par. And he misses it, so that's an easy bogey. And I will make sure this time that I put a bogey down just in case. So all right. Maybe it was Cavallari who got the bogey in that. I think that's who it was. I think I'm getting those 2 guys mixed up now. Van Dyke and Emmerich, they're definitely the favorites on tour this year, both with the 1As. Emmerich just has had the luck go his way. All right, Van Dyke at the 2nd, easy hole. 3-3-4. 3-3-4 par 5. He's not a yeoman. He's not a hacker. He is a champion. He gets an easy putt for birdie. And he is going to play the odds. 66.666666. And it's in. Birdie for Van Dyke. He moves to -7. Now Dustin Emmerich. That's a 4.56, which will be a golf cam green. It's not going to be friendly, so that's not going to work out for him on the green 5. Not friendly, not challenging. He gets an easy putt for par, but he's going to lose that battle on the second to Van Dyke, and Van Dyke will be in the sole possession of the lead, at least at this point, 1 over Emmerich and Aldrich. Now Palmiro Cavallari, who took that unfortunate bogey at 1, see if we can get it back here. 3-3-4 as well. Guess what? He is a champion. We already know that a champion, as long as he doesn't have anything else. Yeoman, no. Hacker, no. Champion, yes. He has the easy putt for birdie. So as long as he can get the 1 to 4, he will get a birdie, and he does. So, all right. He gets that right back. So, currently, through 2 holes, the leaders. That'll be Van Dyke in the lead. Evan Aldrich and Dustin Emmerich 1 back. Then Cavallari 2 behind. Then you've got a threesome in 5th at -4 between Lee Song, McAdams, and Wallace. And I'm going to take a short moment here to not have a beer, but have something that I like probably just as much as beer. At Augusta, they probably have champagne, right? Or what are those things? The orange juice and whatever. Champagne and orange juice combos. That's probably what they have there. DJ John with a question. Hello there. Retro Sports Network using DK Sports Golf last weekend. I did not get a chance to check it out, but I know there's definitely some interesting golf sims on the PC. I was a long-term player of one that was called Lynx, which was more of like a click one. You know, it was one that you actually used your own timing ability and stuff as opposed to just stats and ratings and things. But that's been mulling my mind whether to get something like that. I try to shy away from computer stuff because I feel like there's so much computer work to be done. Oh, man, that looks really bright. Is that really bright? It didn't seem that bright before. Let me adjust the camera some. My apologies. It feels like something changed. Something's acting really weird here. Something is acting pretty odd. Okay, we got that. One moment, guys. There's something is being peculiar with my webcam. I need to have that up for it to show up. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know what's up with this thing. I cannot get this to do a darn thing. Can't get it to change. Just all of a sudden defaulted to something and it's just hanging out there. No, I guess we're just going to have to go with this. I am really sorry about that. I removed the camera and brought it back again. Um, I guess I should just say not my fault, but I don't know. Maybe it is my fault. Sometimes you get to toying around with things and it leads to negative consequences. Yeah, and I don't necessarily work with one all day, but definitely there's that aspect for people who do. All right, so I've taken a little bit of a break here. Again, I'm just not happy. I'm not sure if I could cut out and go back again, you know? I'd like to shut it off and see if I could, or unplug my webcam and bring it back in. I'm afraid it's not going to work out. It needs a swift kick in the pants is what it really needs. Let me try this. See, I can't change anything while I'm in a different screen. I don't know. All right, let's try this. Got to try something. Bear with me a second. Well, something has changed here. And let me see what's up with. All right, looks like that may have had a better impact there. Can can you confirm you can hear me right now? So either through the voice or through the chat, can you confirm that you can hear me right now? Because I've made a change to the setup and it looks like things are looking a little better, but I need some confirmation if I can get it that things are looking okay. Okay, good, good, good. Because the screen was looking pretty bright, and I don't know what happened. I think it's because my PC is getting a little overtaxed in certain ways. All right, second par three at the Champions Course is another tough one. 180 yards. Usually, one of the tough parts about it is, well, it's not too tough because it's 3 degrees of course control. But if you end up on 3, 4, or 5, it's a firm green, dawning green. You usually put the pin like right in the front, right behind a bunker. So getting to it is pretty tough. And, with all the undulations and such on these greens, you got to end up leaving the ball on the side that you need to in order for you to have a chance at a birdie or par, really. So Lee Song, he will be 2-3-3. He's had some good rolls today so far. Let's see what happens here. 2-3-3. Hero, yes. Easy putt for birdie. He will take his chances on a 1-4. Oh, and he should have used the blue chip. Well, that'll be a gimme par. I needed to roll 3, but 2 will work. That's a par for Lee Song. Trying to make a go of it without using the blue chips. Now, Dale George. 45 is trees. Green 4, Workman, no. So he's got a moderate putt for par. Just needs to avoid a 6. And he does. Now, Braden LaSalle Jr. He will earn a par. Take the blue chip. All right, so it'll be McAdams, Kimes, and Yarlett. And Yarlett has the tee here at the par 4. And Nick is not going to use red chips yet. There, he gets a blue chip, and that'll cancel out one. He gets a par that way. Steady Eddie right now. That brings up McAdams. There's a blue chip par. We've had 3 of those in a row after a dearth of them. Jimmy Kimes. There is going to be 24, which is trees and 2. He's not a master. He needs a difficult par putt in order to maintain his spot there at -3. And it's a 2. That's good. He makes the par. Okay, 1 behind the lead, Evan Aldrich. At 4th. Gets another blue chip and a par. Rudy Wallace, he is sunny. See if that helps him at any point today. Another white 6. There's another 3. That's going to be 36. Woods in 1. Green 4. He's not a workman, so he gets a moderate par putt. 1-5, and it's in. And then the third, par 4. Chance at scoring here, and it'll be Van Dyke, currently in the lead, taking the tee here. 1-1-5. He's not yeoman or scatter, and he's not utility. He ends up with a moderate putt for birdie. Now he's going to take his chances here on a 1-2. Misses that. That leaves him an easy par. And he successfully holds that one out. Now, Palmiro Cavallari. He will earn a par. White 6. Oh, wait, hold on. Not yet. Double 6s on the other dice. So that means you need a clutch putt to earn that blue chip. 1-3. And he misses, so he will actually earn a red chip. And now he needs to make the bogey, which he does. All right, Dustin Emmerich. Another golf cam green. Oh, wait, no. 46, because it's 3. I was thinking it was on his, but it's not. 46 is Woods in 1. And a green 5. He's semi-master, but no dot. So he'll end up with a difficult second putt for par. And he misses that. Now a moderate bogey. And he gets that one in, but he will drop a shot and go down to -5. Okay. Moving right along. I really wish I had room for a second monitor in here. It'd be nice to have the comments up somewhere. Seventh. We're almost to the turn. Starts going downhill once we get to the turn, you know. All right. Gee, it's like 3/4 of the holes here are daunting. And this is to 450 yards. It's got an exclamation mark, you know, caution symbol, so it's tough. 4 degrees of course control. Also semi-challenging green. Solid tee shot is a must, and a second shot goes to a shallow 3-tiered green surrounded by sand. And it'll be Yun Lee's song, giving it a whirl. And he gets another white 1. Could he back-to-back it here? It depends. He's at -4 right now. But you know how this course can be. 4-4-6. Legend or bomber? He is a legend. He gets a blue chip, and that's a great drive. The gallery cheers. Green 4. He is not utility, so he has a moderate putt for birdie. And his luck has been good. He's going to try and make this moderate birdie. 1 or 2 is needed, and it's a 3. Easy par. And he'll make that, but he's had a couple chances for birdie here that he's just passed up. Now, Dale George. 56 Golf Cam course. Green 2. It's daunting. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey. Can he get the 1 to 4 to at least make the bogey? He does. Gets another blue chip, but he's going to drop a shot, and he's going to be at 2 over par. And I don't know how long we will keep him in contention. LaSalle Jr. 36 Woods in 2. Green 5. Master. Yeah, he is a master. He'll get an easy par putt. So he catches a break there with the decide or die, allowing him to be master, and he makes that putt. So I'm going to stand up here for a bit, try and do this, stretching my legs out. We're going to be here for a while, so the ergonomics of the situation are so-so. Let me see. How is everything looking? Did it stay? It's staying pretty good now, except this guy's moving a little bit. But I can handle. It's a little blurry, but I'm afraid to do anything because I feel like the last time I did, it kind of botched it. So, the 6th, it'll be Nick Yarlett. Just trying the natural way to get rid of these red chips, and he's going to end up trees in 1. Green 3, Workman. No, he's not a workman, so he has a gimme putt for par. He's going to squirt away a red die and hope that he doesn't get 6s. And he is good for that, so that's a par, and he was able to jettison a red chip on the gimme. Okay, now Trent McAdams. Oh, sorry about hitting the camera there. He'll get a blue chip and a par. Yeah, I think it's still... I don't think it's worth it. This is one where you can actually attack the green without having to re-roll. Moderate putt for birdie. McAdams at -4. I think he's going to go ahead and try and make that easy and see if he can make this. Needs a 1 to 4, and he does. So McAdams forgoes the blue chip and attacks the pin. Had a moderate putt for birdie, makes it easy, and it goes in. So, and he probably, is that a 3 or a 2? If it was a 2, then he didn't even need to use the blue chip. But okay, Kimes 1. So that's 3-3-6 par 3 roll. Laser or dynamic? He is laser. He's got an easy putt for birdie as well. Can he knock it in? Boom! Jimmy Kimes coming to life. He's at -4. McAdams at -5 now. This group is looking like they've come to play, as Yunli Song has also. To the fit. And it will be Evan Aldrich. All right, Evan Aldrich. Australian. It's Australian for beer. No. PNG's established master of bunkers and clubhouse pranks. Hey, I like a class clown. I guess this guy is the one who puts the icy hot or whatever in the jock straps of everybody. Although I guess you don't use jock straps in golf. Although with Evan around, you might need to. It's probably good for a nice little shot to the midsection, if you know what I mean. Anyway, he's going to put that in the trees. Enough joking around with him. He's going to be flirting with the pine straw. And let's see. That was the trees in 2. And is he a workman? No, he's not too bad. So moderate putt for par. And he makes it. Okay, back to Rudy Wallace. He's going to earn another blue chip and a par. Of course, at -4, you know, he can't be sitting there taking too many pars. But, you know, you got to be hanging around there at the end. You know, you got to get to that 11th, 12th hole. You know, and then you got 13 and 15, which are scoring holes. You know, if you're in the ball game, then that's all you can ask for. You know, if you've put yourself out of contention, you know, that's when things really kind of get a little ugly for you. Now Martin Van Dyke at 4, the leader at -7, gets to this par 3. Now he's going to need a clutch putt to get a blue chip. And the temptation would be to use the blue chip because of the extra 6s. He's going to have to use a blue chip to make a par. You know what? No, he's not. He is going to take the 1 to 3 chance. He gets a second blue chip if he makes it, and he misses it, so he loses the blue chip, and he ends up with a bogey. So I guess you could say, well, probably should have just spent it, and you're probably right. So he's going to drop into that tie with Aldrich. So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. It's one of those quandaries of this game that makes it intriguing. What decision do you make? A lot of times I just play it by feel, and sometimes that's the wrong way to do it. Okay, so the 22 is rough in 1. Master. Palmiro could have been, but the decider die says he's not, so he's going to have a difficult putt for par. Misses that. Now a moderate putt for bogey, and he'll make that. That's back-to-back bogeys, so has yet to par a hole. And Cavallari moves to -3, drops down there. Now here's Emmert. Can he do a 2-shot swing? That'll be 34. Golf Cam course. It's daunting, so that's going to lead to a clutch putt for par. Semi-gold. You can't use a blue chip effectively to raise the stakes of the It is a 3, though. I don't know if you can see that on the side. You probably can. No, you can't. I'll move the card a little bit here so you can see that's a 3. That is a par. He is able to make the semi-gold. He'll get a blue chip. And will remain at -5, 1 over on his round. Okay. Okay, we're making progress here. Finally, we get to another hole where you can actually do some decent scoring. Now, that's also with the admission that Kimes and McAdams both birdied number 6, so that's not the worst thing. So Yun Lee Song will be the first to play here at 8. Another long par 5, but at least it is still cordial. And if you're a big hitter like Lee Song is, you do have a chance to still get eagle here, as he did on number 2, because he's semi-dynamic. We'll see if that plays out. Now that's kind of a disappointing roll, because it's going to be sort of the middling tee shot. It's not double cordial, so he'd get a blue chip taking a par. He could also attack the green, giving himself a chance for a birdie, which would get him up there to -5, but I think he's going to take the par and the blue chip. It seems like the prudent way to go most of the time. Braden LaSalle Jr. did help out one player here so far. 3-3-5. King, yes. So he'll get a blue chip, and that is a little off center but very long gallery cheers special for the par 5. Now, is he a hacker? No. So he'll have strong applause. So we go to the strong applause chart. Re-roll the white die. But it's a 6. That's a double difficult putt for birdie. And he will lag. That gives him an easy, which the green die was 1, and then the decider was yes. That's actually a made putt if we weren't doing the lag. But instead, this is an easy par, and he'll make that. But Dale George +2 on the tournament. Blue chips galore. We may use one here if you get. It's gonna be golf cam green on the 4, 5, 6. Green 4 friendly, semi-friendly with the deck. Okay, he gets a clutch putt for birdie. 1-4, and it's a 3. He'll get another blue chip. He's got a lot of blue chips to use. That is a birdie. So a little bit of a positive there for him. Okay, back to 7. It'll be Trent McAdams. Evan Aldrich recently played a trick on him where he changed his locker, the name on his locker, to Mick Trent Adams. And Trent was none too happy about it. He then proceeded to take Evan Aldrich into the bathroom stall and give him a swirly. So those fun hijinks, you know. All right, 11. See, he's going to pay for that. The karma's coming back to get him here with the. He's in the rough in 2 here at this par 4 with an exclamation mark on the thing. So green 3. Workman? No. So it goes from gimme down to easy par putt. So he does make his par. Jimmy Kimes. Jimmy. So it's 136 par 4. Got to flip charts. 136 Duffer or Scatter. No. Hero. Oh, he's not a hero either. That would have been a birdie putt. Instead, it's going to go to Mood. At the moment, Jimmy Kimes has no Mood designation, so that the even number is not going to help him here. It's going to ask if he's sunny, and he's not, so he's going to need a difficult par putt to become sunny. If he misses it, he becomes stormy, and he makes it, so he will be sunny. So, one moment as I make that change on my score sheet here. So, the little scoreboard went a little off screen, but we're in good shape now. So I could show you here, but I have it set up where when someone goes sunny or stormy, I can write their last name into a section of my scoreboard here, and it will light up nice, bright and yellow if they're sunny, or it'll be kind of gray and dark if they're stormy. It's a nice little way to keep everything straight. 66 Golf Cam course. It's a dawning hole, so good luck with this. Par 4. Green 1 cordial. No. Is he laser? Yes, he's going to get another clutch putt for birdie. He really needs to make one of these. Can he get a green 1? Oh. He just got rid of a couple of them. Now it will be an easy par. Poor Nick. Poor Nick. Doing the best he can. Somebody, probably Evan Aldrich, took his putter and played played the xylophone with it this morning out on the well, they pretended the little concrete barrier was a xylophone and it was just, what do they call it, the hammered dulcimer. They were just like taking that putter and going all the you know what on it. So might be why he's a little rusty there. I guess that's sabotage, but all right, so to the 6th, and it'll be Evan Aldrich, the prankster of the day. 45, he's in the trees with a green 5. Master, no. Difficult putt for par. Aldrich in a tie for the lead. Can he hang in here? Needs the difficult putt. Needs a 1-3. And he is successful. Guy is cool, calm, and collected. He also knows all of the cliches, as do most of us announcers. Rudy Wallace. There's a 2, so he gets a 1-1-5. He gets control of the hole. See if he can make it work for him. Champion. No, he's not a champion. He would have tapped it in for birdie if he did. So it'll be a moderate birdie putt. And he's got all these blue chips. He's going to take a couple of them. He wants a birdie out of this. So the moderate becomes easy, then becomes gimme. And, oh, he makes it, but just barely. Okay, so he gets to -5. He's within 1. The crowd chants, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. And now Rance Aberley, the Canuck. So he will 2-5-6 it. He is not a hacker, so we go to Mood. He is not currently in a mood, and again, he's gonna have to become sunny by making a difficult putt for par. And he misses it, so he will be El Stormy. How unfortunate. So now a moderate bogey putt, and he makes that, but Where's my mouse? There it is. Standing up, it's kind of tough to see the. But he bogeys, and is that the first? That's the first bogey at 6. Guys have been playing that hole pretty well so far. Okay, the final group is coming to 5, par 4, and it will be Dustin Emmerich. .25, rough and 1, green 4. Not being a workman, that leaves him with a moderate second putt for par, which he makes. Now it'll be the Dutchman. It's going to be a 12, which is Golf Cam Green, and it's challenging because of the decider die. So par 4 is challenging, a double difficult putt for par. He's going to lose a shot here. He's going to have to lag it, which he does get to easy distance, which he makes, but that will be a bogey. Emmerich did not bogey that. He parred it. Why did I hit 1? Double check. Yeah, he had a moderate. Yeah, so I messed up there on my scorecard, but I got it right now. And now Cavallari. Also a white 2 and a 15. That's trees with the second shot. Green 1, workman, no. He will have a pin chance. Will somebody finally make one? Nah, it's still going to be an easy par. Shouldn't be a problem for Cavallari, and it isn't. Okay, we're almost to the turn with our first group off the tee. So playing the 9th. This is a hole that is the tee shot's a bit downhill, and it kind of, the fairway slopes to the right, but then it comes straight back up towards the clubhouse. It's a treacherous slope. The green has a tremendous slope from back to front. Guys, if they put too much spin on the approach, can spin it right back off the green and down the hill, good 20, 30, 40 yards, depending on how firm it is around the front of the green and how tightly they mow it. So Dale George, he's got a slew of blue chips. He's going to use one, try to take control. So he does without using another blue chip. So we'll put a 1 up here. And now, 5, 5, 6. Is he a legend? No, he's not a hacker, so we go to experience. He is an icon. The 5 means is he a prospect, though. And so because he's not, he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He had already somewhat he was willing to gamble that second chip to get control. He's going to go ahead and make it easy, and he still misses it. So that's a gimme par. It's unfortunate. Trying to give George a chance to get back into this thing, but shoots a 38 on the front 9, so that's 2 over par. Okay. Now it'll be Yun Lee Song. He's going to save the blue chips. He's hoping for another white 1. Hey, he gets a white 6. That's means another blue chip and a par. So he closes out the front with a 33. That's a pretty nice score there, and it's poised 2 shots behind to be there. Aldrich with the lead on his own. Now Braden LaSalle Jr. 24. Sand. Gonna have to come out of the sand with his 3rd shot. Green 2, is he sandy? He is semi-sandy, so he's going to have a pin shot. This thing's going to have a chance of rolling in. Needs a 1 and a dot for that. It's a 6, so it's going to be a difficult putt for par. It rolls right past and scoots away a little bit. And he ends up with another 6, so that's going to lead to a moderate bogey, which he does make, but LaSalle Jr. 1 over par on the front 9. 37 as they make the turn. They're going to head to 10 while we check out the rest of these guys. Okay, par 5/8. And it's going to be Trent McAdams, the first to go here. 145. Is he a duffer? No. Is he a hacker? No. Is it a firm green? No. So it's going to be Golf Cam Green is the final result. Par 5, green 5. Friendly, it's semi, no dot. So it's not friendly and it's not challenging, so it leads to an easy par. And McAdams is going to take his par and be a little perturbed by his inability to get a birdie there. Now, Jimmy Kimes, he is 2 behind Aldrich. That'll be a 2-4-5. Legend, no. Champion, yes. So, because he's a champion, he has the gallery cheer for him because it's a good second shot. Now a chance. He's not a hacker. He ends up with a moderate putt for birdie. And Kimes will try to make the 1-2. Nah, that's a 4. That leads to an easy par. And he holds that out. Now Nick Yarlett still collecting red chips. Course controls this. 45. Golf Cam course. What are the chances of another clutch putt? Green 4. Is it daunting? No. Clutch putt for birdie. He's missed a bunch of these. Can he finally make one? He needs a 1. Oh. Easy par. Dude is racking up pars and red chips. Pars and red chips. 8 pars in a row for Nick Yarlett. And 6 red chips. He's been able to cast off 2 of them. All right, Rudy Wallace. 1 back. Making a charge, and he's going to get another blue chip for a par. It's one way to do it. Just take some of these tough holes and get the break of that white 6. Now, Evan Aldrich, your leader. He's going to use his blue chips to get control on this hole. He sees an opportunity to pounce. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. 3, 4, 5. I don't know about that. That's not usually a good roll. Nope. It's going to be gallery groans, but since he spent chips, he can't earn a red. Green 3, is he a master? Nope. He'll end up with a moderate putt for par, and he'd spent 2 blue chips and will, at best, par it, which he does. But sometimes you just gotta spend them at some point. But it's really a crapshoot. 56 Golf Cam course. Green 4 cordial. No. Daunting. Yes. A clutch putt for par for Aberlay. And he misses it. So easy bogey. That is fine. Okay. So Aberley now at -1. He's 5 shots behind, and it doesn't look like he's going to be making any kind of a charge. Okay, so it will be the Dustinator. He's going to see if he can get a 1, 2, or 4 here. He gets a 2, so triple fives. That's a special result. And the decider die was yes, so we will use that. And let's roll green and black, and let's see what comes up. When you get trips, you roll 2 dice, and you read off the special results chart. 46. Astounding wedge for birdie after errant tee shot. Golfer Sonny hot the rest of the round. Dustin Emmerich is going to be not only have extra control, he birdies this, so he's going to join Aldrich for the lead. He's going to be sunny and hot. How about that? That's not what the other golfers want to see. Dustin Emmerich having all of these extra perks. And I don't know where to denote this, so let's just say one more change here. So Emmerich up to his funny business this season as usual. Doesn't make me that happy. I don't like the favorite, but he had a rough go of it last year. He had 2 victories, but never did end up getting his elusive championship. And 3-3-5 par 3. Hero, Palmiro, you're not a hero. You're going to go to mood. It's going to lead, he's not stormy, so it will lead to a moderate birdie putt. 1 or a 2, and he's going to miss it. He'll be stormy. Easy par. He's got that. So Palmiro to the storm. Now Martin Van Dyke, who is 1 back of Aldrich and Emmerich, wants to hold serve. 2, 3, 4 for him. Is he dynamic? He is. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie now. He just needs to get a 1 to 4 to join Aldrich and Emmerich. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, he missed it. So now a gimme for par. Been that kind of run here lately for Van Dyke and Emmerich. They've kind of been right at each other's heels, but it's more been Van Dyke at Emmerich's heels than the other way around, as Emmerich just seems to always get the better of him. Okay, rounding into this long downhill par for 10. 495 yards. The fairway slopes from right to left, so if you hit it long with a draw, you can get a bunch of extra roll and have a decent iron into the green. Green also slopes from right to left, and if you miss left, it'll go right down the hill. Bunkers to the right of the green, and it'll be Dale George the first to play this guy. And he could use chips here as well, but we saw how that worked last time. He's going to get control anyway. 1-3-5. Neither Duffer nor Puny, and he's not utility, so it'll be right now. And without the dot, he's not going to be hot. But he's also not going to be cold. That's helpful with an odd roll of the green. So not cold means he has an easy birdie putt, and he might as well use a blue chip to make it gimme, since he's got something to throw. And he does birdie it. So a good start to the back nine here on 10 for Dale George. Back to even par. I thought that I had that set to say even instead of 0, but best laid plans of mice and men, eh? Okay, now it'll be Yun Lee Song. He's going to use chips. He smells blood in the water here. This is his tournament. So he had control because he used blue chips. So that's 115. Not yeoman, not scatter, not utility. So moderate putt for birdie. Can't use a blue chip here. He needs a 1 or a 2 to make this pay off. Probably not going to get it. Oh, but guess what he does? Matches Dale George with a birdie, and he joins McAdams and Wallace and Van Dyke at -5-1 behind the lead. Yun Lee Song. The Korean is the defending champion, and he is right there in the hunt. And now we have Braden LaSalle Jr. taking control, 113. He's neither scatter nor hacker, so he has a moderate birdie putt. And he's going to use his blue chips. He's going to make a gimme. He's like, oh boy, he almost missed that. Everybody birdies 10. That's a great playing of that hole in LaSalle. He's way back. He had a rough front 9. Is that right? What did he start at? Yeah, because that's right. That's the first group, so they were way behind. But Lee Song's coming from the back. 4 under par on his round. Still has blue chips to use. And, hey, this is getting interesting. Of course, we've got some difficult holes to come. Trent McAdams at 9. That uphill par 4. 3, 5, 6. Another granting of control by the white die. He's neither scatter nor puny. He is a champion. He gets an easy putt for birdie. Can he hole it out for a nice finish to the front for McAdams and join that lead group? And he does not. Another missed putt. Gimme par. That's a 34. It's a tough green to read. Now Jimmy Kimes. 45. He's in the woods. Off the tee. And he's not a workman, so he'll end up with an easy par putt. And he makes that. Made it. It was a little bit of an adventure there for him, but okay, Nick Yarlett still farting around with those red chips, but guess what? He gets an easy par and gets to spin one of those off. So 9 pars in a row for Nick Yarlett on front 9 that was free of casualty as well as spectacle. So real quick, let me check the comments. I'm kind of ignoring the live chat here. Hi, Atba Chatter. Sorry about not really. I've got to find a way to get this to where I can actually see it on the screen. So this might actually help. How is my, everything's looking pretty good here on the, yeah, I don't know what happened with that. It got really bright there at one point, but now I have the, see if, that's the trouble. I wish I could tile these things, but it's going to change the way that it looks on the screen. So what I need is 2 monitors. Okay, so we're back to 8. Easy par 5, and it will be Rudy Wallace. Also right there lurking. It's going to be course controlled 45. That's a golf cam course. Guess what? This is not a bad roll. This probably will work out. It's a clutch putt for birdie. He's semi-gold. The only downside is it's really not cost efficient to use a blue chip. But when you make it anyway, that's okay. He joins the lead. How about that? We've got a custom card that's charging, and he joins Aldrich and Emmerich with Lee Song one behind. Wait a second. Did I mess up? Did I mess something up? Oh, no, it was McAdams. He missed a putt. I was thinking that there was a three-way tie, but he missed a putt. He's had a couple guys get close. So Aldrich, the leader, well, he's tied for the lead, playing a hole that's a birdie candidate, but he gets the white 6. He's going to have to take a par and a blue chip and accept his fate there. And now the stormy Rance Aberlay. He's going to take a par as well, eats the red chip up. And now Dustin Emmerich, who is sunny, extra control, and hot the rest of the round. Right? I think that was all. I don't think he was lucky. He doesn't have the lucky, which is that he gets a blue chip every hole, but he might as well. Okay, so Dustin Emmerich, he's going to take a chance here and just let it roll. He's probably going to get this white 4 anyway. Nope. No, it's not the case. Golf cam course with a daunting hole. That spells trouble. Par 4, clutch putt for par. And he's also semi-gold. And he misses it, so he will lose a shot. And he will fall out of the lead with Aldrich and Wallace. Makes his bogey, but figured why take control on this particular one when you've got other tough ones coming. Now Palmero, Cavallari, 16 golf cam course 5. It's daunting. He needs a double difficult putt for par. He will lag, and he leaves an easy bogey, which he makes. And then finally, oh wait, that's Cavallari, not Van Dyke. So Van Dyke now, chance for everyone in this group to bogey. Yeah, he gets a white 6, so he will par it. Okay, so this is the halfway point where we've got 2 groups through the turn. So, actually, no, we still have to, I think we have to do the first 2 groups play now, and I think that will set it straight. So, that would be the halfway point. So, let's just do a quick reset here. Evan Aldrich, Rudy Wallace in the lead, playing in the same group together. One behind are a bevy of players: Yun Lee Song, Trent McAdams, Dustin Emmerich, Martin Van Dyke. Then you got Jimmy Kimes 2 behind. Nick Yarlett and Palmero Cavallari are 4 back. They're looking like they're probably not going to be able to do anything here. Braden LaSalle Jr., Rance Aberley at -1, and at level par is Dale George. Okay. To 11. Heading to Amen Corner. So here we go. The first of 3 water holes in a row. It's often where the tournament is won and lost. Just joking. He got everything else. Of course, they're not actual golfers. These guys are fictional golfers from the play arsenal of what are called Pro National Golf Tour set. And this is, let's see, my first tour was 24 tournaments, and this is the 14th, so that makes it, what, 38 tournaments. This will be my 38th tournament with these guys. So I've gotten pretty familiar with them. But let's talk about this 11th, which is really a par 5 in length. But the tee shot, you get up to the sort of like the crest of the hill, and then it just goes straight down to the pond and the green, which is just to the right of the pond. You also have a bunker behind. You have a swale to the right. This was the site of Larry Mize's chip to defeat Greg Norman. He had a chip from that swale on the right. It was, I don't know, probably 70, 80 feet. And it just curled and made its way in. And, you know, it just, if you've ever seen his reaction, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's something that if you're a golf fan, it's something that would forever etch in your mind, of him just jumping around that green and feeling yet another dagger to the heart of Greg Norman. But anyway, so we've got 3 guys just off of birdies, and we've got a 5 degrees of course control. We've got 2 guys here who can use chips to actually take control of this, and that takes the water out of it. But because it's daunting and the green is challenging, so this is the start of a stretch that is really just it basically makes or breaks the golfers. Dale George, he will use the chips. He's going to, everything he can muster, he's going to try and take control of this on his own. 1-1-4. That can't be too bad, I don't think. He's not gilded, and he is not cold, so he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. So that's exactly how you want to play this hole. 1 or 2, and he will get back to the black numbers, or maybe red, I don't know, however you want to think of it. And it's in. Back-to-back birdies for George. He's back to -1. And, yeah, he's doing okay. Now, Yun Lee Song is next. He is also going to go ahead and use him here. Let's see how Yun Lee Song fares. 3-3-4. Yeoman? No. Champion, yes. He has an easy putt for birdie. Can he make it? He needs a 1-4, and he would join Alderton Wallace in the lead. You can't see it, but it is a 1. How can I do this? I don't want to move my camera. Trust me, there's no way. If I'm pointing straight down at this, I cannot move this stupid thing without showing you. There you go. It is a 1. That is a birdie. The back 9 being kind to these guys. Yun Lee Song charges to the lead. Tied for the lead with Aldrich and Wallace through 11. And now we've got to send Braden LaSalle out here without any blue chips. And let's see. You know, there's water at 11, 13, and 23. And it's 46. That'll be, he's going to push it to the right, and he's going to end up in the woods. So, kind of, and that makes the approach tougher, but he's going to avoid water on this. Green 5. Master. Well, he's got the decider die, so he is a master here, so he will end up with an easy par. And everybody's going to sneak out of here unscathed. Yep. You don't see the black die, but it's off. Oh, you can, I think, actually, now that there's an open spot there. Okay, so that's just the first step in this little journey that they're going to take through Amen Corner. Okay. Now it'll be McAdams. He's one back, starting the back. See if he can get a good start here. And he's got to make a clutch putt for par in order to earn that blue chip. And he misses it, so he is actually going to earn a red chip. And now he needs the easy bogey putt, and he's going to drop a shot. So already back nine claiming one victim. Now Jimmy Kimes. All these dice aren't doing what they're supposed to. 24 in the sand with his second shot to the right and behind. Green 6, not good. Where is it? 24. Yeah, so sand in the second. He's not sandy. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par, and Jimmy Kimes is going to drop a shot as well. Going to lag. Leaves him an easy bogey. He could have used that snake eyes before. But you got McAdams and Kimes both bogeying a hole that George, Lee Sung, and LaSalle all birdied. So Nick Yarlett, he'll hang on to the red chips. I'm still hoping for a 6. Oh, he gets control. 1, 2, 6. White 1. That's a lucky roll. It's not direct. He's not stoned, so we go to mood. And Nick Yarlett has no mood. He's not sunny, which is going to be the question asked by the 6. So it's going to lead to a difficult putt for par. And Yarlett at -2. He needs to make this to keep hanging in there. Oh, and he makes it. It needed a 1 to 3, and it's in. So he becomes sunny, making a mood putt. And he keeps his streak of pars going. Okay, now we're at the halfway point. We've got two of the leaders at the 9th. And it will be Rudy Wallace being first to go. And he'll have control with 1, 5, 6. Legend or Bomber, no. Hacker, no. It's going to be Mood. Rudy is sunny. So he's not stormy. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt. This guy, these custom cards get the best luck I've ever seen. A gimme birdie putt for Rudy Wallace. He's going to take the lead as he shoots 33 on the front. How about that? -7, 3 under par for his round so far. Evan Aldrich now to keep pace. 26 golf cam course. It's going to be daunting. He might be a 2-shot swing here on this hole. Green 3. He needs a clutch putt for par. He is semi-gold. He does make it, so he avoids the 2-shot swing. And he gets a blue chip for that. Rance Aberley. He's got to make the clutch putt. 1 to 3. He does make it. He'll get the blue chip in the par. 39 for Aberley. Way, way down the leaderboard. Okay, the 8th. Leaders have almost made the turn. We're getting close. Martin Van Dyke. 2 back of Rudy Wallace, your leader here. That's a 2, so he'll have control. 1, 2, 2. Par 5. Duffer, no. Utility, no. Hacker, no. Moderate putt for birdie. Van Dyke is going to play his hopes that a 1 or a 2 comes up. Nah, he misses it, so it'll be an easy par. That's in. Now it'll be Dustin Emmerich. Things were looking good for him there for a bit. Now it's just kind of taking a little bit of a lull. 2-4-4. he is a king. He will get a blue chip. And it'll be the Gallery Cheers par 5. He's not utility, so he has a chance to go for it. And Dustin Emmerich is the Maverick. He is going to go for it. Re-roll the white die. But it's a 6. Too long, third shot to the back of the green. Double difficult putt for birdie. He will lag it. Gives him an easy par. And that's a disappointing result for Emmerich. He's going to stay 2 back. Palmiro Cavallari needs a clutch putt. He misses it, so he gets a second blue chip or red chip, and he does not make the clutch par. So that's a bogey, and his day is just getting worse and worse. Okay. To maybe the most famous par 3 in American golf. Got some good ones. Pebble Beach has a couple of them. But I'll say a short par 3. Well, Pebble Beach's 7th is a pretty interesting short par 3. And it's a lot shorter than this. But we're going to head to 12. And this is like the thick of Amen corner right here. 155 yards. Rays Creek runs. Actually, I believe it's the tributary to Rays Creek. It's not actually Rays Creek, but or no, it is Rays Creek. The tributary goes along 13. The creek runs just in front of the green, especially on the right front. There's a bunker on the left front. Gets in play. Behind the green is a swale. You want to miss it back there if you're going to miss it. Challenging hole. And it's going to be Dale George, the first to play. Here we go. 45. Decide or die is blank. Why? The wind sends the shot to the sand, so he's in the bunker with his first. The par 3, green 5. Is he sandy? No. He's going to need a difficult putt for par. Dale George to stay at -1. Hey, he makes it. So good effort there from George. Now Yun Lee Song, 1 behind, doesn't have any blue chips now. 14. Decide or die is yes, so it will be. He does find the Golf Cam course chart. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? Yes. He gets a clutch putt for birdie. He's semi-gold. Gets to join Rudy Wallace in the lead if he makes a 1-4 putt. Can he make it? He gets a -7. Oh, and it's in. It's a 1-4. It hits the 4. He is 3 birdies in a row. Yun Lee Song, -6 on his round. Just pouring them in. Started with an eagle on 2, then a birdie at 3, and now 3 in a row from 10 to 12. He is making Amen Corner look like a lamb. And here comes Braden LaSalle Jr. He gets control with 1-1-2. Nice low roll. Let's see what happens here for LaSalle. Gilded. He isn't gilded. He gets a moderate putt for birdie. He misses the 1-2 putt, but that will leave an easy par. And everybody is going to escape the 12th without injury. Okay. Yun Lee Song, man, this guy is cranking it up. Cranking it up. Now here's Nick Yarlett with his 10 pars coming to the 11th. He's going to use a red chip for the old black 6 trip. I'm going to double check my rule book just to be sure that I'm using this correctly, but I'm pretty sure red chip, yes, automatic 6. Now what this is basically you're ensuring all of the rolls that have a 6 in them are considered the right side of the fairway. The left side, well, the right side of the hole. The left side of the hole is anything with a 1. So if you use the, now what happens is that in a lot of the golfer control side of things, the 6 can be a little bit of a problem. Like it's not necessarily a sure thing. It's, I think your chances of good fortune coming from that are a little bit lower. Here, because the water is in 11, 13, and 23, we're basically saying, okay, and also this is a 5 degrees of course control. He could still roll the white 6. I mean, he wouldn't earn a blue chip, but in a sense he would be. So let's see here. So it is, he doesn't have control. 36 is in the trees in 2 with a green 5. Maybe this is still not going to turn out so well because the green 5 is not so helpful. He's going to end up with a double difficult putt for par. And yeah, so Nick Yarlett so far down. He's going to go ahead and try to make it. He needs a 1. And it's a 2. Just bad luck there. So now difficult bogey. Moderate double. Yep, he made the double. No. So Yarlett having a rough day of it. He takes a double bogey and he's down to even par. That's another thing, you just try so hard to avoid the hazards that you play it so conservatively, and then, you know, if you have a bad putting moment, then McAdams, he's not going to try that trick. Let's see, 55, that's rough in 1. But he gets a green 1, so he's going to have a wow roll, I think. He's not Workman, so it's wow. He actually cancels out the red chip with that, and now we re-roll white. It's a 5, that's a moderate birdie putt. So still, wait a second. Course control, so it goes from moderate to difficult. Difficult birdie. And because of that, he's going to lag. That leaves him with a gimme par. And he makes it. So just cutting his losses and saying at this hole, a par is probably as good as a birdie. And now Jimmy Kimes. 12. He misses the water, but he's in the woods. He's way to the left of the pond. He's in the woods with his second. And green 4. It's going to be Workman. No, he'll have an X difficult. 1 to 3. Well, he makes that, so he's able to get his short game together in order to tackle that one. All right, 10. This is so great to be able to play Augusta in a year where we aren't going to get Augusta for a long time. And actually, it'll be interesting to see how Augusta feels if they do it in the fall, where, you know, usually everybody is really into the you know, the flora, you know, springtime and stuff, and it's just, I don't know how they're going to handle that. It might be okay. Maybe it'll be even better with like leaves falling. He's going to earn a blue chip and a par on this hole. Rudy Wallace playing this course like a champion. Guy looking for his first victory, and heck, he's got it going on. I just want to double check that. Let me see. I don't think he was one of the ones that won this, right? Harley Villanueva and Samson Peterson are the two. So this would be his first victory if he is able to pull this off. Yeah, so Larry said number 7 at Pebble when we were talking about iconic par 3s. But yeah, I mean, yeah, my guess is that Keith mixes and matches some names from different areas and maybe even from other parts of the celebrity world. So, I mean, that's just my guess. I'm, educated guess. Evan Aldrich to the tee, one behind Lee Song and Wallace. And then it's going to be 14. He's trees in 1. Green 2, he's not a master, but he will end up with an easy par. So he will avoid the trouble and make his way through this. Now Rance Aberley. 2 is still course controlled, and 14 again. Same thing. Now he's going to have a wow chance because he's not a workman. So he gets a second blue chip, which he'll use on either 11 or 12. And we re-roll white. If he could get one, if he can get a low roll here, that's a 6 again. We've had a bunch of those. Difficult putt for birdie. And he's going to lag, and then he's going to take the gimme par. It's like you just want to escape this early part of the back 9 here at Augusta. Not let yourself get trapped into some real bad situations. Now it'll be Martin Van Dyke. He is 2 behind, starting the back 9. The leaders have come to the 10th. It's going to be 44. He is in the rough with his second shot. Going to be a tough up and down. 2, master. He is a master, so he will have a deft chip. It's heading towards the hole. It's looking like it's on track, and it's just going to come up short, but he will end up with an easy par putt, and he should and does. Wait. What did I do? Did I mess something up? I messed it up, but I don't think I did. I think it ended up working out okay because I think 44 is still, but it would be rough in 1. What did I do? Because this is the 9th, it's not the 10th. He still makes his par. 37 out. That's weird. Because it was 44. I saw rough in 2, but it's, oh, yeah, that would be a wow. It would be a wow, and then it was a 3. So wow and 3 is actually an easy birdie putt. And so what did I end up doing? I ended up having the easy par putt, and I rolled the 2. So actually what we're doing here, so what we have to do, let's go back and think this through. So it was 44, course had control, rough in 1. I rolled because I thought it was the 2, I rolled the white die like I should have for the wow. So Martin Van Dyke gets a blue chip because it's wow. Then you roll the 3, it's an easy putt for birdie. Now I know it was on the green die, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this. I'm going to take the blue chip, put it in there to make it gimme, give him the birdie, and that's good because I rolled 2 dice for it. That's a gimme birdie as well as an easy par. He birdies it. He's going to get to within 1. So Van Dyke joins Aldrich at -6. I think that works. So that's what happens when you get to talking and you don't flip your card to the right hole. Now Dustin Emmerich. Rounding out. Oh, and he gets control here with the extra control finally pays off for him. 2, 3, 3. King, yes. He will get a blue chip. Green 2. He's going to be a champion. So he's going to have a gimme birdie. He is a king and a champion. He will move to within 1 as long as he hits the non-6s, and he does. So finishes strong. 2 birdies, 2 bogeys. A good finish, and he's going to hope for more on the back 9. He's still 1 back, though, -6. Where he started the day. And now Palmero gets control. 166. Yeoman, no. Stormy, yes. Angry Shots fall short of the green, and he's going to have a green 6 to add to his misery. He's not stoned, but he still has a difficult putt for par. And he makes it. So he gets the par, but he's going to stay. Actually, yeah, because it's not an actual stormy result. So, based off the stone. Okay, so he had a 40 out +4. Okay. All right, so everybody is done with the front. We're heading down the back side of this course. And we're going to see just who can Yun Lee Song do this? He has done it before, and now he is the tee at 13. So the final hole of Amen Corner comes out from just, so if you play the 12th, it's a short par 4, or short par 3. To the right of that hole, as you're looking at it from the tee, is the tee box for 13 up on the hill, and it comes back towards you, and then around a corner. It's a short par 5. In theory, it's an easy par 5, but you've got some water. You've got 2 degrees of course difficulty, so it's a little tougher than your normal easy par 5. Also, if you end up with 12 and the course control, or you get a 1, 2, 3, or a 4, 5, 6 on your controlling of the of that result on your card, you get Golf Cam green, and you've got a challenging green. So that water runs in front of the green. It's usually not a problem. Again, this is a hole that often can be an eagle hole. So let's see what these guys can do. It's going to be Lee Song playing the 13th, defending champion. He's on 3 in a row right now. But it's going to be 11. It's going to be in the bunker with his 3rd shot. So there's no birdie likely here. Is he sandy? No. He's going to end up with a difficult putt for par. He's turned this hole into a bit of a bung up, and now he needs a 1 to 3 in order to remain tied for the lead. Oh, and he misses badly, and he will lose that. He's going to need a moderate bogey putt when he does make that, but there he finishes up his 3 in a row birdies with his first bogey of the day, and he drops the shot. The 13th strikes again, and that'll be Dale George. Also, it'll be course controlled 34 Golf Cam course, so this will work out a little better. There's a lot of risk reward here. It is cordial. He's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. Dale George to -2. He's probably not going to do much here, but hey, he's still hanging around. Braden LaSalle Jr., another white 4. So 22 is rough with his first shot and a green 4. Is he a master? Semi-master, no dot, so no. He'll have a difficult putt for birdie. He'll try to make it. Needs a 1. Moderate putt for par. Needs a 1 to 5. He makes that. So LaSalle Jr. with the par. Okay. So we go to 12, the par 3. And it's going to be, let's see, who has the tee? It's Trent McAdams still. Everybody's matched scores for a while. McAdams. No blue chips. And he gets control 1, 2, 6. What a great clutch opportunity there. He's 3 back. Needs to start making some kind of a run here. Is he a champion? Yes, he has an easy birdie putt, a 1 to 4, and he birdies 12. And that would be a great boon to his chances here. The putt is horrible. He misses. He's going to leave himself a gimme par. But just did not have a good stroke on that one. Kind of yipped it a little bit. Now Kimes, who is at -3. It'll be 56, and he ends up in the rough just short. He fluffed it a little bit, kind of chunked it, and it came up short of the water. So then the green 4 is Workman. He's not a Workman, so he has a moderate putt for par. Has a 5 out of 6 chance, and he does make it. Nick Yarlett. Okay. See you, Larry. Okay. Yarlett he finally hit a bad spot. He was getting red chips after red chips, and then he ended up with a double bogey. Well, he's going to take a par there and eat another red chip, so. Although, what's that green 3? Yeah. If it were laser, that would be better, but it's not. He's not soft, so if he were soft, that green 3 would have been a moderate pitch for birdie. To 11. We're going on 2.5 hours here. We need to start getting something towards the end, but hey, we're, like I've said many times, we're in this in kind of a strange situation. So here is the 11th. He ends up in the woods. Rudy Wallace does with his second shot. He's going to use those blue chips on 12, I think. So in the woods in 2 with a green 4. He's not a Workman, so he ends up with an X difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3, and he makes it. So he hangs on to sole possession of the lead as Aldrich and Lee Song are 1 back along with Emmerich. So speaking of Aldrich, he is up next. 46, woods in 1, green 6. Is he a master? No, he's going to have a double difficult putt for par. So he's going to have to lag, and he's going to drop a shot here, most likely. Yep. Easy bogey. And Aldrich to -5 now. Now Rance Aberlay. 36, woods in 2. A lot of woods rolls here. Master, not a master. He has an easy putt for par. Actually makes it moderate because of the exclamation, the caution symbol. Still makes it. So, okay, back to 10. And it will be Martin Van Dyke. Hanging there 1 back. 1, so 12, golf cam green. It's not challenging, so that will be positive. Green 4, friendly, no. Challenging, no. Okay, clutch putt for par. He's going to spend the blue chip in order to make sure that he doesn't lose a blue chip. And so he does make the par. Dustin Emmerich. He's going to hang on to the blue chips, and he's going to get another one for his patience. And a par on 10 for him with the white 6. Palmero Cavallari. That's a 35 Golf Cam course. It's daunting. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey. He has just been snake bitten, and he misses that. That's going to lead to an easy double. And Cavallari 1 over par in the tournament. He is like way out of. We're just going to take him out of contention now. Rough day for him. So, okay. Things are okay. So this one that challenges the green. It's a medium long par 4. Pretty straight away. There is a tree in the fairway you got to watch out for. But the green has a ridge through the middle of it, and if you choose the wrong place to land on the green, you can end up with a really long putt for birdie. So Dale George working his way back after a rough start, but he'll be in the rough in 1. The green 6 is going to hurt. It's going to leave a double difficult putt for par, and he's going to have to lag. So he leaves himself the easy bogey. Okay, and now Braden LaSalle Jr., because the Yun Lee Song's bogey at 13. It's a really bad unforced error for him. So it's in the rough here for LaSalle Jr. Green 4 workman. He's not a workman, so he ends up with an X difficult putt for par. And he is able to hold that one out. Now it'll be Yun Lee Song. Can he come up with some magic here? 56. He's going to be in the woods in 1. Green 3. Workman. Oh, he is a workman. It's going to leave him with a double difficult putt for par. So it's workman, semi-workman with a dot. So now he's going to have to lag. And now he ends up with an easy bogey. And back-to-back bogeys now for Yun Lee Song. And it's looking like he's heading in the wrong direction here. That bogey at 13 has unsettled him. And it's just kind of like put him on downward spiral right now. So we've got Rudy Wallace, my custom card, at -7 with Dustin Emmerich and Martin Van Dyke 1 behind. And here's 13 with McAdams. He's going to be the first to go here. Double cordial 6. He's going to get a birdie without a blue chip. And he gets back to -5, so not out of that. He's still 2 back. You still got Rudy Wallace, who's got to play 12 and 13 here. So here's Jimmy Kimes. 155 on the par 5. Can Kimes draw something out of this? Neither a bomber nor a duffer. Is he a hero? No. Is he a champion? Yes. He has an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use the blue chip to make it gimme. And it's in the gimme for Jimmy. And it's it brings him to -4. He's still a ways back, though. He needs a run of birdies here. And now Nick Yarlett. 4, 5, 6. That's going to be Golf Cam green. And I already mentioned that to you before. It's a challenging green. This is going to be a problem. Challenging a clutch putt for bogey. And he's rust. He misses that. Gets another red chip. And now the double. So he's got two double bogeys on the back 9. And Nick Yarlett is... he is now out of contention, and the red chips are no more. There we go. Okay. To 12, and the leader, Rudy Wallace. He's going to use a blue chip, roll the decider die. Doesn't have to use a second one, so he has control. And let's see how he does here on the notorious 12th of Augusta, 166. Par 3. Is it direct? No. On the green, it might go in. This is a special pin check. If it's a 1 and a decider die, he knocks it in for eagle. Otherwise, he'll have a chance at a birdie. It's a 5. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He's going to hold on to the blue chips. He misses the moderate birdie. Now he gets an easy par. And it is in. And so he will remain at -7. 3 under par on his round. Evan Aldrich is going to have to wait for Rance Aberley to play. Aberley is also going to do the... This is basically a wind check is really what I think that would be. So he has control now. 2, 5, 6. He's not a hacker. So it's going to be his mood, and he is stormy. This is not going to end well for him. So it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And the day just keeps getting worse for Rance. So it's going to be a lag to leave an easy bogey, which he makes, but he is to even par. Okay, Evan Aldrich now. Now 2 behind. And he's got to try and take control of this, and he does again. So the wind was kind of calm for all these guys. Able to get control of this without 2 chips. 2, 4, 5. He's not utility, so it'll be golf cam green. Green 4, is he friendly? No. Challenging? No. Clutch putt for par. Needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. Can't get a blue chip because he already spent it. So, but he does get a par. Okay, Martin Van Dyke at the 11th, starting Amen corner now. That's a great way to start it. He gets a blue chip par. Next up, Dustin Emmerich. Emmerich's going to hold on to his blue chips for the moment. And it's going to be 15. The Woods in 1. Last group through 11 here. Woods in 1. Green 1. He's not a workman. He's going to have a wow chance. He's going to get a blue chip. We're going to re-roll the white die and the decider die. And let's see what this wow comes to. Oh! And it is in the hole. That is an eagle. 1 in a dot. Dustin Emmerich jumps, knocks it in. He moves to -8. What a shot. As Palmiro Cavallari getting ready to do his out of contention check, he bogeys. Continues his descent. But Dustin Emmerich vaults Wallace Van Dyke and moves straight to the lead. Knocks it in from the fairway. Actually, from the trees. What a shot. Perfect lie. And so now we've got Yunli Song and his group heading to the 15th. But first, our leader is -2. This is where we do the emerging contender roll. 2 under par is the leader. We roll it once. needs to be a 16 or under to have an emerging contender. And it's a 12. A draw golfer in the B plus group emerges as a contender 1 stroke back. So it's a draw golfer. Let's see. We got all these guys who are draw golfers, or who are D plus golfers. So I'm going to use, I don't know, I got to bring up this thing here. I'm going to use a D20. Let me see, how can I? Okay, and Danny Gallatin is off the end here, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I'm going to use a D20. I have one right here, and it's going to be 1 through 18. We can, because we have 9 golfers, we'll just double it over from the 10 forward. And it's a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's Sunny Lemons. And we will put him right up here. Okay. And he will be the emerging contender. Now, I have to tell you, the issue I have right now is I haven't really done a whole lot of testing for my emerging contender section of the card, so I'm hoping this works. Bear with me as I so previous to this he would have been at, we're going to say 214, and then he would be, so 214 would be -4? No, -2. And now he's going to be 1 shot behind. So that'd be a 5 under round, right? So -5. There he is. And you will see that when I do this. Let's see how it looks on the screen. There you see him, Sunny Lemons. Doesn't say through, it says through a dash, but hopefully that will be updated soon. So we're going to actually go to 16, where he is going to be playing this par 3. So here we go. Sunny Lemons, lurking in the hunt, comes out of nowhere, literally. And let's see how he handles the 13th, 170-yard par 3 pond down the left side of bunker, between it and the front part of the green. Traditional pin placement right behind that bunker, at the bottom of the slope, coming from the right on the green. If you hit it to the right side of the green, it will often roll down close to the pin and you have a birdie chance. But let's see. He has a white 2, so it's a 2-2-6. The golfer has control. Is he a champion? He is. He has an easy putt for birdie. This would put him in the lead. Can he make this? He needs a 1-4. Oh, and it's in. Sunny Lemons, birdie 16, and he is really making a charge. With 2 holes left to play, joins Emmerich at -8. And this round just got a lot more interesting. Got somebody here who might be able to challenge Emmerich. He's got some issues. He's puny. He's got semi-utility qualities. But let's see what happens here as we go forward. So now we're at the 15th. Another relatively easy hole on this course, and it's going to be Braden LaSalle Jr., who has the tee. Both of these golfers bogeyed. Both of his fellow competitors bogeyed 14. So Down the hill, there's a pond in front. We got to watch out for the water here. Now it's only cordial, so Braden LaSalle going to play for a top 10 and take a par here. Okay. Now Dale George. Also going to take a par and a blue chip. And now Yunli Song, who is not feeling it the way he was early on. Can he turn it around here? 2, 3, 4, par 5. Semi-direct with a dot. Is it direct? Yes. He has a moderate putt for eagle. This would be a jump start for him. It would get him back to within 1 if he can make this. He needs a 1 or a 2. And he misses it. So now an easy putt for birdie needs a 1 to 4. And he still misses. 3 putts it. The gimme par. And Yunli Song squanders that opportunity. Okay. To 14. McAdams. -5. With Lemons joining the fray here, it has really made some of these other guys not quite so threatening. Playing the 14th now, and he's going to have control 3, 4, 6. Bomber or dynamic? Well, semi-bomber dot, so he gets a blue chip, and that is a great drive. He got all of that one, is what it says in the card. Now it's a 3. Is he a hero or a champion? He's a champion. He gets an easy birdie putt. Just needs to make the 1 to 4. And he misses. Gimme par. Sometimes I don't roll 3 on the gimme par. I should, but that's all right, because if 2 don't hit 6, then the 3rd wouldn't have either. Okay, here's Jimmy Kimes. 3. That's going to be 14. It's rough in 1. Not a workman, but he'll end up with a ex-moderate second putt for par. It's easy on the chart, but the exclamation mark caution sign makes it. Okay, now Nick Yarlett, he's out of contention. No, neutral 4 is going to be a par. Okay. To 13, Rudy Wallace has Emmerich jump him with an eagle, and then Sonny Lemons comes out of nowhere and is above him. Now he's got to look at this and say, you know what, this is my time. This is where I've come from to get here to 13. This is a par 5 that I should do something with. And he will get a birdie. And he's going to join the lead, so he doesn't get a blue chip for that. But he does get a birdie on the double cordial white 6. And he's tied with Lemons and Emmerich with 5 holes left to play. Now Rance, it'll be Evan Aldrich first. Aldrich was right in the mix, and now he's like faltered out of the way. 3, 4, 4, par 5. Can Aldrich get it back together and make a charge back up? Yeoman or puny? He's semi-yeoman. That's going to eat up the blue chip as it's a gallery groans. Green 3. Is he a master? No. He's going to get polite applause. He'll have a chance to probably at least get a par here. But it's a 4. It's going to be a double difficult birdie putt. Leaves him with an easy par. And he makes it, even though the green die went way off. And Aldrich is looking like he's going to be a top 5 finisher at best. Rance Aberley 1, 2, 4. Duffer no. Hacker no. Soft no. Moderate putt for birdie. 1 to 2. And there is a birdie. Went a little while without much. good putting, but we finally got a good putt to go there. So Aberley gets it back to into under par terms. Okay, to the 12th, one of the leaders, Emmerich, just coming off an eagle. Going to use a blue chip. Going to roll the decide or die. I'm going to use the second blue chip because the decide or die says that the wind is up and it is daunting, but he has the confidence to overcome that. And it's a 2-3-5 on the par 3 12th. Short little hole. Can he find a way to get back in the lead on his own? Through 2-3-5. Is he a champion? He's a champion. He has an easy putt for birdie. Can he make the 1-4? 1-4, and he takes the lead at -9. Can't use another blue chip because he's used 2 on this hole already. 1-4. And it's in the right center of the cup. No doubt for Emmerich. He is 3 under in his last 2 holes. Makes Amen Corner look like a breeze. And he jumps to -9 through 12. Taking a shot lead over Lemons and Wallace. And leaving Van Dyke and Lee Song and Adams in the dust here at the moment. Okay, so now Martin Van Dyke, he cannot take control of this hole with chips. So it's a 12 golf cam course. It's not daunting, so that should lead at least to a relatively easy par putt. And it is an easy par. As long as he makes it, and he does. So now it'll be Palmiro Cavallari. He's out of contention. This is a semi-daunting, and it's a 1. So we roll the decide or die, and it's a yes. It's a birdie for Palmiro. Okay. Leader through 12, Dustin Emmerich, looking for his 6th victory on the tour this year. I believe that is the case. I'm going to double check this right now because I have a little break. Dustin Emmerich, 1-2. He won at Kuala Lumpur. He won at El Camaleon in Mexico early on. Then he won 2 in a row at Bay Hill, and then he won the Players. He won at San Antonio recently, and guess what? Now he is poised to win here at Augusta. This would be another major tournament win for him. Trying to paint a picture here for all of you what he has done. I believe he won the championship of the United Kingdom the previous year on a two tournament spree. Just doing my homework here because and Emmerich. Yeah, Emmerich won at Carnoustie. That was a card set that was a user-created one by David Gray from the Back to Minnesota site. He won there the week before, so he had won 2 in a row at Greenbrier. So, yeah. But there's still some holes left to go for him to get his 2nd major. Of course, what we call the Sawgrass Championship that he won is kind of considered to be a sort of a mini major. So anyway, Sonny Lemons is going to play the 17th now. Par 4, 440 yards, 4 degrees of course control. He doesn't have any blue chips. No water to contend with on 17 or 18. He will get a blue chip with a par So he may set the bar at -8 here, depending on what he does at 18. 16th hole. It's going to be Braden LaSalle Jr. with the honor this tough par 3, especially when the course has control. It'll be golf cam course. It's going to be daunting. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey for LaSalle. He'll use his blue chip so that he doesn't lose it. He still misses, but that means it'll be an easy double bogey, so he is going to be right off the charts now. And we're going to take him out of contention with that guy. So that leaves Dale George and Yun Lee Song. Dale George gets a par. Not going to attack the green here now. It'll be Yun Lee Song. 2-4-5. He has control. Utility, no. The golf cam green, and it's challenging for. He has a clutch putt for bogey. You know, being semi-gold, that does help him. And he does make it, but Yun Lee Song is 3 over in the last 4 holes. And his tournament is slip sliding away, to quote Paul Simon. And yeah, so back to 15. Trent McAdams, he's lurking, but he's got to get he's got to birdie this, or at the very, very least, anything less than a birdie, and he might as well just play for the top 5. 2, 3, 4. Is it direct? It's semi-direct, no dot. Can't get the moderate eagle putt, and it's not gilded. He's not dynamic. It's a golf cam green. What a bummer. Almost came together for him. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. Easy putt for par. Poor break there for him. Makes the par. But with 3 holes left to play, he is 4 back. He really needs a collapse from somebody up top. Emmerich, mostly. Jimmy Kynes, -4. The course will control it. 15. Golf cam course, it's cordial, so he's not scatter and it's not daunting, so he gets a clutch birdie putt. Needs a 1 to 3. And surprise, surprise, he makes it. So good for him. Clutch birdie putt gets him to -5 with McAdams, and now we've got the out of contention Nick Yarlett. That's going to be a birdie, right? Yes. $14. It'll be Rudy Wallace. 1 shot back. Would love a birdie here. He's going to use a blue chip and take control of this thing. See if he can catch a break here and get something good. He wants to avoid that caution symbol. 4. Par 4. He has control. 1, 2, 4. Duffer, no. Firm green, no. Golf cam green. It's not challenging, so maybe he gets a chance at a birdie putt here. Let's see. 4 on a par 4. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. Okay, clutch putt for par. Needs a 1 to 4. And he does make it. Can't earn a blue chip because he spent one, but does get a par. Now, Rance Aberley is out of contention. No, he's not out of contention. Though he really is. 1, 2, 3. Golf cam green. Not challenging. Green 3. So he's got a clutch putt for birdie here. He'll use his blue chip. Needs the 1 to 5 now, and he makes it. So Aberley gets a little bit of breathing room from even par. 2 birdies in a row, and now Evan Aldrich. 3, 3, 6. Good run of control here for the golfers. Is he hot? Not at the moment. Is he dynamic? Semi-dynamic with a dot? Yes, he has an easy putt for birdie. So we could get a couple birdies here on 14. Yes, we get it. So Aldrich back to -6. He's still lurking. Okay. Here you go. Dustin Emmerich, 13th. This is a hole that he comes here expecting a birdie. Can he get it? Double cordial 6. That is a birdie. He will take it. Doesn't get a blue chip for it, but that keeps him hot. He's already hot for this tournament. But that is a birdie, and he gets to -10. Our goal score was going to be -7. Dustin Emmerich has blown that out of the water. Good scoring day now. Cavallari, double cordial 6 is going to be a potential bogey. Nope, it'll be a par. And now it'll be Martin Van Dyke. These guys just cannot keep up with Emmerich. 3-3-6. Just when it looks like he's slowing down, he picks it back up again. 3-3-6. Hot? Nah, he's not hot. He's not gilded. He is dynamic. He gets an easy putt for birdie. He's just going to roll it out here. And it's good. Van Dyke to -7. He's 3 back. So, with Sonny Lemons, that emerging contender, hitting 18, Dustin Emmerich with a 2-shot lead over Sonny Lemons, who will be playing the 18th, setting that score, and Rudy Wallace, who will be heading to 15. 3 behind, we have Martin Van Dyke. Then in 5th place, 4 back, Evan Aldrich, and then Jimmy Kimes and Trent McAdams. 5 behind, tied for 6th. And then Lee Song in a distant 6 back and 8th. So Sonny Lemons coming to the 465-yard, par 4 18th. A tunnel shot out of the tee, down the hill. There's a bunker on the left. There's trees on the right. An open second shot, really, to the green. Bunker in front. Swales and hills, spectator viewing area all around the green. Not an easy hole, but also not out of the question that someone could do something with it. But Sonny Lemons does not have enough blue chips to take control of this. So he's got to play it out. Looking for a par, hoping for a par. 23. Could be in the rough in 2, green 3. Decent chance here. He's not a workman. So he'll have an X easy. He'll use the blue chip to make it gimme. Putt for par. And he makes it. So, Sonny Lemons, he is going to finish at -8, 2 back of the current leader. So, he's got to be hoping that Emmerich, who has some blue chips to spend, starts finding some issues. So, Sonny Lemons looks like he's going to get a top 3 finish here at the very least. Okay, to 17, it'll be Dale George at this interesting par 4. 24, Golf Cam Green. Green 4. Is it friendly? No. Is it challenging? No. He needs a clutch putt for par. And he has it. So Dale George gets another blue chip. Now Yun Lee Song, who is on the wrong escalator. Heading in the wrong direction. He's in the trees with his tee shot and then a green 2. Master? No. He'll have an easy second putt for par, which he takes the long way home, sneaks in the side door, but does make it. Now, LaSalle Jr. out of contention, 2 on a semi-daunting is a par. Okay. We're getting right along here now. Once we start peeling off groups, that's when we kind of roll downhill, so to speak. Okay, Jimmy Kimes has birdies on 2 of the last 3 holes. comes to the 16th here, wanting a 1 or 2 on the white die. He doesn't get it. 15, at least it is Golf Cam Course. Although daunting, 4 is going to be a clutch putt for par. And he will spend the blue chip to make sure he's got a 1 to 5. He still misses, but he doesn't get a red chip for it. He's going to lose that anyway. Makes the bogey. Whoops. And he ends up at -4 after 16. And, well, we're going to roll out Yarlet. That's a par. And now Trent McAdams. He is at -5. He's 5 back. 35 course control. And he finds the water. There you go. The little drop of water. And a green 6 makes it the worst possible. So, first shot, par 3 in the drink. Is it a cordial hole? No. He's going to end up with a moderate bogey putt. Needs a 1 to 5. And he's got that, but that is a bogey, and his tournament is pretty much toast. 15, potential birdie hole. You got Rance Aberley on the tee box ready to go. That's a 4, 5, 6, which will be Golf Cam Green, I believe. I'm going to double check that. Yes, Golf Cam Green. And a 5, is it friendly? Wait, yeah, Golf Cam Green. Is it a friendly green? No, it's not challenging either, so it's an easy par putt. We haven't had too many of those missed, so knock on wood. Now Evan Aldrich. He is 4 back. He really needs at least a birdie here. So it's 1-1-3 with the decider die saying no. Everything kind of flew everywhere. Or no, 1-2-3. So this is also Golf Cam Green. Green 1. It's not challenging. He is not scared, so he's going to get a clutch birdie putt. Needs a 1 to 4. And there you go. He's going to get to -7. What he really needs to do is eclipse Sonny Lemons before the end of this round and hope that Emmerich will have bottomed out something. Now Rudy Wallace, his playing partner. And Rudy will take the par. He's had plenty of blue chips this round, but he's going to take another one. Not going to go on the offensive there. Okay. Now Dustin Emmerich at 14. Hanging on to some blue chips. And he gets control with a 2, 3, 4. Not direct. Dynamic. He's semi-dynamic with a dot. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use a blue chip. This guy is just on a roll. It's a gimme birdie putt, and it's in. Dude is 5 under in the last 4, and we saw him do this. I believe it was, if not at the Players' Championship, it was at the tournament before that. Bay Hill just goes on a run. He has 2 bogeys, but also an eagle and 5 birdies. 5 under on his round, 11 under for the tournament. Oh my word, what is up with this guy? Now Martin Van Dyke, he's just sitting there saying, what the heck do I got to do to win a tournament here? 5, 5, 6. Not a legend, not a hacker, goes to experience. He's an icon. That's going to lead to, because he is not a prospect, it's going to lead to a moderate birdie putt. 1 to 2, no. Easy par, yes. And now Palmero, Cavallari out of contention. This is a neutral 2, is going to be a par. Okay. So, where does that leave us right now? Emmerich 3 ahead. Is there any doubt this guy is going to finish it out? I mean, I just don't see it. And maybe that's a jinx, but I don't think a jinx would stop him. He is just over and over again relentless. Every time he gets close, he just starts pouring them in. All right, so Yun Lee Song, Dale George, Braden LaSalle Jr. to the 18th. And it'll be Dale George to play first. He's got 3 chips. He might as well use 2 of them. Take control. 3, 4, 6. Bomber or dynamic. No, he doesn't have either of that. So it's gonna be a short game check. He's semi-soft, but it isn't gonna help him here because the decider die is no. So it's an easy putt for par. Good tournament for George. He ends up -1. Wanted to do better. A 72 even par around. But after that front 9, for him to get back to where he is there, pretty good, pretty good finish there for him, I would say. So that's 22. It's going to be in the trees off the tee for Yun Lee Song. And he's going to be reflecting back on this day for a while. He won last year, but he could have been back-to-back. Now, this is going to check if he's a workman. And he is not. Or no, he is a workman. Workman being a bad thing. So because he is a workman, because the decider die, it's going to be uh-oh. And so I've got to find the uh-oh chart, which is back here, and I got to re-roll white. And he gets a red chip, which is going to cancel out that blue. And it's going to be a 5. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And he almost messes up the lag, but now it'll be an easy bogey. He makes that. Yun Lee Song crumbles on the way in, 1 over par on the back. So still a 2 under par round, but he ends up 3 under for the tournament. And what could have been for Yun Lee Song. The crowd gives him an ovation. You know, they appreciated what he did last year, but on the daunting hole, that's going to be a bogey for Braden LaSalle Jr., a 75, and he's going to end up at, let's see, he started at -1, and he was 3 over par, so he's at +2 for the tournament. Okay, on the way in, it's going to be Nick Yarlett, who is out of contention. Semi-daunting 4 is a par. So now it'll be Jimmy Kimes coming off a bogey at the 16th. And that's Woods in 1, green 2. He's not a master, so he ends up with an easy second putt for par. No problem there, even though I rolled the wrong. That's not the dice I usually like to roll. It's okay. Trent McAdams. I mean, this tournament's already pretty much done and dusted. 2, 3, 5. Basically, who's going to finish in those 2 through 6, I would say, is probably what we're going to determine here and playing this out. 2, 3, 5. Legend or Shaper? No. Champion? Yes. He gets an easy birdie putt. So McAdams going to try and make one, and he does, finally. Guy kind of went cold through the middle part of the back 9, but he is at -5, and he's probably going to end up with a... He's probably not going to get a top 5 out of it, but maybe the top 6. Anyway, Evan Aldrich at 16, par 3. No blue chips. But he does have 5, 6, 6. He has control. He's not a champion, so we go to experience. He's not a prospect. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2. No, now he has an easy putt for par, and he'll make that. Didn't have to roll both of them. Rudy Wallace now. Actually, no, it'll be Aberley first. On back-to-back birdies, he'll take a par. Okay, Rudy Wallace now. I'm going to hold on to those blue chips. 36. He misses the water, but ends up in the trees. Green 4. Not a workman, so he ends up with an X, difficult putt for par. And he makes it. Thought about using a blue chip there, but I don't like using them for pars, but it's so late in the round that sometimes you want to use them. Okay, so Emmerich to 15, the last. Well, 16 is a problem too, potentially, but I mean, when you go and you get a blue chip par on holes when you're 3 shots ahead on the way in, I mean, how do you turn that down, right? Par for Emmerich on 15, minus 11, 3 shots ahead of Lemons in the clubhouse, and Wallace going to play 17. Now Martin Van Dyke, he's in the woods. Master, yes, he is a master. He'll get an easy birdie putt. So he just needs a 1 to 4, and he got a 1, I swear. So he birdies that. Gets to minus 8, so he's joining them, but kind of too little too late there now. It'll be Palmiro Cavallari out of contention. 3 on a cordial hole is a par. Okay. McAdams and Kimes and Yarlett to the 18th. First major of the year. It's you know, you like to have some intrigue, but it's kind of like once this guy gets going, it's kind of out of the park. 13 golf cam course, it's daunting. Now the green one may give him a break here. Yeah, he's not. It's going to lead to a clutch putt for par. He'll use the blue chip to make sure he can't get that red. He does make the par. So McAdams, even par on the way in. He was right around there for a while, but he's going to finish at minus 5. And now it will be Nick Yarlett out of contention. Daunting. 1 has a chance at a birdie. Nah, it'll be a par. 75 for him on the day. He's going to finish it 1 over. And now Jimmy Kimes. 34, golf cam course, green 6. Is it daunting? Yes. Yeah, it needs a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3, and that's good. He makes his par. Ends up with a blue chip for it. But you get that red chip, and then that's kind of a place that I'm not real fond of. But anyway, minus 4 for the tournament. He's going to get a top 10 finish out of this. So good for Jimmy Kimes. That should keep his tour card at the very least. With this kind of payday, a big purse, $10 million purse in this one. All right, so to 17. And it will be Evan Aldrich first on the tee. Things just kind of spiraled out of control in the middle of the round for him. Although he did get a couple birdies here towards the end to help himself out, he just couldn't keep up in the mid parts of the round. So it's a 44. He's in the trees near the green. And a green 3 is not a workman. He'll end up with a gimme par putt. And there you go. He has a par. 1 hole left to play for Evan. Now, so Rance Aberle, minus 2. He's going to get 35. He's in the woods in 1. Green 2. Is he master? No. He's going to have an easy par putt. And he knocks it home. And now Rudy Wallace. .23 rough in 2. Hard to get any golf cam course off of this, but it's semi-daunting anyway, so why, you know, it's kind of like, anyway. Not a master. He ends up with a difficult par putt. Now a moderate bogey. He makes that. So Rudy is going to end up at -7 with 1 hole left to play. Basically, Emmerich just has to keep it out of the junk here on 16, I think, and he should be home scot, free. But okay, Martin Van Dyke. That's a 3, so it'll be course controlled 23. He avoids the water, but ends up in the trees. 4, is he a workman? No. Goes through a difficult putt for par because of the caution. So difficult, but he is able to navigate that putt and pars 16. Now Emmerich, he's going to use 2 blue chips to make sure that he gets control no matter what. Does not want water. Does not want a big score here. 3, 5, 6, par 3. Just trying to keep it out of the ditch. 3, 5, 6. Is he a champion? Guess what? He is. He gets an easy birdie putt. Now, he can't use that blue chip because he's already used it, but here we go. Can he get a 1 to 4 and make it -12? Oh, my word. This guy is pounding into this back 9. He holes out on 11, and that just turned him right into the beast he always becomes. 2 holes left to play. Insurmountable lead. I mean, he needed double bogey 2 in a row. Palmiro on this daunting hole gets a par. Okay. I mean, just read the leaderboard and weep there, guys. Just read that. Dustin Emmerich, -12. What do we got? Do we have any comments over here? Larry Rice, he's kind of like walked out of here, which is fine. He had something to go do, as I'm sure a lot of people, the weekend, even though they're working at home, obviously the weekend, maybe that even makes the weekend more likely to be a time when you can get stuff done at home because you're not beat from your work week and stuff, at your regular, whatever you do for your regular job, because just the way it is. But all right, we've got 6 golfers on the course, and this guy is on like a Tiger-ish run, isn't he? Isn't he? I mean, come on. So Evan Aldrich, 1-3-3 par 4, so he'll have control. Maybe a good finish for him. Yeoman, no decider dice, no decider dot, so he's not Yeoman or puny, and he's not a hacker. So we go to experience. He'll have an easy putt for birdie. I don't even need to really check that out. Needs a 1 to 4, and he makes it. So a good finish for Evan. And he finishes at -8, tied for second. Nice tournament for him. Now Rance Aberlay, he'll have 1-5-6. Legend or Bomber, yes. He'll get a blue chip. He'll have 2 to spend on the putt. Green 5. He's not a hacker, so he ends up with a moderate birdie putt. He can use those chips to make it gimme. So he should end up with a birdie here. Yes, he does. So Rance Aberley with a front 9 to forget, but the back 9 at least brings him into the top 10. And now Rudy Wallace, and he's going to end with blue chips to spend. So You know what? He's going to attack the green. What? He has nothing to lose here. Green 6. He can't. I mean, take another blue chip isn't going to help him. Going to attack the green. He would love a 1. It's a 3, so it's a double difficult pitch for birdie. He'll use his 2 chips, so that's going to make it from double difficult to moderate. Now he needs a 1 or a 2, and he will finish tied for second as well. And he misses it, but that'll leave him an easy par. And that is it for Wallace. A pretty good round there. 69 at Augusta. His first, I believe this may not be his first Masterful, but a really, he survived this round. That back nine could have gone a little better for him, but the card he has is not the most cherry with traits that are helpful. So, all right, Dustin Emmerich at 17. Still has extra control. Now it's going to be 66. He's in the woods in 1, but he has a green 1, so this is not going to hurt him whatsoever. He's not a workman, so it's a wow. He'll get a second blue chip. Going to roll the white and the decider. We already had a 1 dot from him, but that's going to be a moderate putt. Wait, 5 is a moderate putt for birdie. You know what? He's using them. That makes it gimme. Moderate to easy, easy to gimme. And it's in. He is still on fuego. Another birdie for Emmerich. Minus 13. He's 7 under par on the round. He's just lighting up Augusta. Martin Van Dyke. Only golfers left on the course. 22. He's in the woods in 1. He gets he's going to have the same situation. He gets a blue chip because he's not a workman, and now we get to see how does his wow roll go. 3 will bring up an easy birdie putt. He'll use a blue chip to make it gimme, and he's going to finish 17 with a birdie here as well, barring a weird roll. So Martin Van Dyke to minus 9. Looks like he's going to probably finish in second unless he botches 18. Emmerich with no chips. Van Dyke with 1. And now it will be Palmero Cavallari way off, but he is going to get a chance at a birdie, and he's going to par it. To 18, the final group, Dustin Emmerich. Can he close it out with 1 more birdie? What a round it would be if he could knock it up to 60. What would that be? That would be a 64 if he can birdie this. But he'll take a par. Actually, you know what? We're going to do it the other way around. We're just going to go ahead and take it from, you know what? I have a better idea. Let's use this guy. I don't even need to use it. I'll just talk it through. So Emmerich with tee shot. He has control 1-3-6 because it's extra control roll on the white 4. 1-3-6. Duffer or scatter. He's neither of those. Is he a hero? No. It's going to be mood. He's sunny. So that means he's not stormy. And that's an easy birdie putt. Right? Easy birdie putt. We'll remember that. He has an easy putt for birdie. Martin Van Dyke. 2, 3, 4. Not direct. He is dynamic. He has an easy birdie putt. And we'll just go ahead with Cavallari. That is a dawning hole. It's got a chance to be. That's a par. So Cavallari at 78 on the round. That's a really horrible round. Okay. The gimme putt, which Martin Van Dyke will have when he turns the easy into gimme, goes first. Van Dyke, gimme birdie. Yeah, he makes it interesting, but he does make it, and he finishes with a 68. Minus 10, a good round from him, but not going to be good enough. Now, Dustin Emmerich has no blue chip. Easy birdie to make it. Let's see. So that would be 8 under on the final 8 holes of his round. Can he do it? 1 to 4. And he does. Dustin Emmerich with a 64. What a round. He is your winner here at the Champions Course. His second major. Dustin Emmerich, your winner, minus 14. What a day. He doubled the expected score for our, what we were hoping for, our anticipated target score. He just completely demolished it. What a round. What a game. Hey, we got it in today. It's a major tournament. And it's a fun course, and look at that. There's a lot of under par on this course. On a tough course, a lot of good rolls today. And I'd like to say maybe some good strategy calls. You've got Cavallari, and you've got, see who else was way behind here. It's this guy here, Braden LaSalle Jr. He was at +2, but to get well, Lemons also came in from the emerging contender, so you can't really put much stock into that. But I love this automated scorecard of mine. I can take it over. That's not going to help. Hey, Mark, thanks for tuning in. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to bring it over here. So this is my automated scorecard. I love it. It's just such a great setup for me. It's going to help me when it comes to putting, basically I can get all of these scores in because it just tabulates it all for me. But additionally, I come over here to the tournament recap sheet. I didn't have any cut round stuff, but if you come down here, this calculates all of the scores. And so you've got Emmerich 64 here, and I can print this out and put it in my scorebook. And I don't know why this did not results A9. Oh, I know why. I am forgetting something, but that's okay. This will actually give me a leaderboard once I do a couple of other little manipulations. But this is a really nice. I basically developed it over the last 2 tournaments. I wanted to have something that I could go to that would be I usually like paper, but in this thing, it's really nice to have something that I can record stuff as I go on the PC. It's not like I'm using the PC to actually play the game. I'm still rolling the dice, but it's just, it kind of speeds things along. Now this video has gone on like almost 3.5 hours probably. Right, what are we at here? Let's turn this on and go. Yeah, 3:34. So, let's see. I want to thank Mark Russell. Wait, hold on a second. Let me just do this also. Because we're already here a bit. Might as well toss this guy in here and just thank those of you who came in here to the chat. Mark Russell, Larry Rice, at the chatter. I think that's Steve. DJ John 4444. Appreciate you being around here, even though I didn't get a chance to interact too much with you. Steve Tower was in here for a little while. Again, I apologize for a little. Oh, Bob Lilly. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I know that I didn't really interact too much. It gets a little bit hectic as we get going along here with the game and everything, but I appreciate the fact that we have people dropping in and out, and just checking it out. You know, so it's a major. I mean, I don't think there's anything super special about Emmerich's card. I mean, he does have a good card. You have to give it to him. Um, but there's not a ton that is different from Van Dyke. I think it's, it just goes to show you rolls. Last season, he had 2 wins, and I think this is just sort of like the rebound saying, okay, he's gotten 6 now. What? No, I mean, it's now, who knows? There may be a point where things just fall off the wagon for him, and I mean that's kind of why we do these things, is that we know in the long run, the dice are going to do their thing. But it's also interesting when we can have a situation where the dice produce something pretty interesting and amazing. And I would say 6 wins in 14 tournaments is quite cool. So that's not to say that I'm pulling for Emmerich at all. Actually, I'm a guy that usually would pull against the favorite. So, but you know, we always have to sit here and think about, why are we doing this? What is our goal? How many goals? I mean, there's lots of goals for doing it. One is just because it's something fun, something, and it's also something that is kind of relaxing. But some other potential goals, which I think this addresses one of them, is you want to see something special at times. You want to get one of those where maybe you get the season where Bonds or Maguire do their magic, with the bat, and maybe you can do better than them if you're lucky. Maybe you see that, or maybe you see. I have yet to have a no hitter or a perfect game, but what if you ever got one of those playing baseball, or you name it? I mean, that's kind of one of the things we really like to do with these things, and I mean, I'm putting together. I have playlists. You can go back and watch. I've played usually the final 9. This one was a full 18 for the final round. You can go back and watch. Now, some of those, again, it was the final 9 holes, and some of those Emmerich was already there. He was already just like, and I was there just saying, hey, I don't know why I'm recording this, because it's a foregone conclusion. But here, you got to see the whole evolution of Emmerich. He was in a little bit of trouble there. Not trouble, but he was he 4 under? I mean, for the tournament. So he was 1 over par before he got. You can see it right here on the screen. Look at this. He had a bogey on 3, and that would have brought him down to, that was 5 under par. Got back to 6 here, and he was 5 under par right there. He was. Let's see. So who was the leader there? It would have been Wallace, probably. Wallace started at 4. He went down to 3, then 4, 5, and 6, and 7. So he was 2 behind Wallace there. And Aldrich, he started at 4, 5, 6. So I mean, it's never like he was completely out of it, but it could have gone either way. And then he gets to 9. He just has a great hole there. Survives 10. Then he just miraculously holes out at 11. Just plunks it. Dink, dank, dunk. Boom. And then he birdies 12, birdies 13, birdies 14. Takes a break at a birdie hole 15. Go figure. That guy, of course, you're at a point there where you take a par because you get the white 6. Why do you want to chance it? You just put that third shot right in the center of the green, lag your putt up there, take your par, get your blue chip, say, and then you birdie the last 3. I mean, you just don't draw it up that way. But he seems to draw it up that way. So that's the kind of thing that I think we tend to look for. We should be interested in awesome results, remarkable results, and that's what I think we got here. So, have any more comments? D. Scott Howard, yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate any of you who have given this a thumbs up. You know, I appreciate any of you who've given any of our videos a thumbs up. I know this rolling dice thing, I mean, we're a tight group here for the most part. You know, I'm hoping that we all stick up for each other. You know, I'll stick up for most of you, if any of all of you, maybe. You know, but we, you know, it's not what the young kids are going to find the coolest thing in the world. You know, and we're in a hemisphere, you know, a little not a hemisphere, but a sphere here of YouTube that is basically dominated by the youth and the younger crowd. So to make it where we've got 1,000 people, maybe a little more than that, following along, you know, none of us expect anybody to watch all of our videos or anything like that. I mean, I'm just happy that some of you find this stuff entertaining and give it a thumbs up. And you're welcome to leave a comment. I know this video is run long already, but I'm just going to say thank you to you all. I mean, we're in the midst of a time where any one of us, you know, could. I mean, we're in a situation now where it's really tough to tell what is the deal. You know, what, you know, how dangerous. I mean, how dangerous is it? There are people that have died from this stuff. You know, there's people that have died from flu and other diseases too. So, you know, you're in this gray area, but you know, any of us could be in this situation, especially since I'd say, you know, we tend to be an older crowd. So, you know, I appreciate your support, and I'm here to support you guys. I'm going to try and check out some stuff here the rest of the day. I appreciate my partner, Tabletop Earl. He cranks out videos that people want to watch all the time, and I love that. I like to kind of hang with the videos that are a little bit more of a niche audience, and I appreciate that I can reach out to a number of you who like things like golf and soccer and maybe some football, some games that don't necessarily crank out in half an hour, but Tabletop does it. David at Baseball Demos. You got Al and ID Jester. So Al, Red Sox fan, you know, and you know, you got the Retro Sports Network, and you've got the you got Utah Mike's. Sometimes the names, sometimes the name, you know, Tabletop Sports Delaware. There's just a lot of them right now, but I mean, we're all here trying to entertain, and you know, hopefully we do. And because there's a lot of options out there. You know, you can go crank up Netflix if you want, or if you but the thing that really is helpful, I think, right now is sports are non-existent. We're in an age right now where you've got to go look for like Korean baseball or like Taiwanese baseball in order to find you some baseball. You know, and you know, name any sport. It's like that. You know, you got MLB Network, or you know, the Golf Channel, or anybody who has any of the rights to these things showing tournaments from last year or 2 years ago. You know, just I mean, I can't wait for this to just be where we can kind of put it behind us. I'm hoping we can get back to normalcy and we can be with our extended families again. It's been way too long for me to see my extended family, and I'm sure a lot of you are the same way. So I thank you for your support, your likes, subscriptions. We'll keep doing these things. This is the halfway mark of the second season of the Tenacious Golf Tour. It's a nice milestone. Kind of goes downhill from here. I said that during the tournament when we got to the 10th. It does here because now we're hitting majors. When I extended the tour from 24 to 28, almost all of those extra tournaments went up front because I kind of went really quickly from one of the tune-ups for, like the PGA started doing like an October to September calendar a few years ago. So I started the first tour with I went Silverado, which is one of those October tournaments. And then I almost went immediately to, I think, the Tournament of Champions, and then to Torrey Pines, which is kind of like kicking off the West Coast swing. And then, hit like Pebble and Riviera. And then I think I went to Florida pretty quickly. I might have gotten Phoenix in there, but there wasn't a lot before we got to the Masters. And here I've done half the tournament, or half the tour. Now I get to where I've just completed a major, get a couple more, and then we're going to do the PGA Championship. It's called the Tenacious Pro Championship, I think. Then we do a couple more, and we get to the US Open. We do a couple more, and we get to the UK Championship, British Open. Then we start a couple more, and we end up in the playoffs. So it kind of runs right along, and we get some interesting results. And, to get good players in a major, that's what you want. So we had that. And Dustin Emmerich is the bomb this year. He's just torching everything. So thanks a lot. I'm going to shut her down now. We're almost to 4 hours. I appreciate any of you who hung in here for the whole time. If you did, then thank you. Anyway, so enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you soon back here on Table